Hello and welcome to Dash 28 Live. I am your host, Mike Atkins, and today we are bringing you the second semifinal QQC Quintessential Quayle Cup match between Joey Greek and Paige Neo. Hey guys, welcome.
Hola.
Hey.
Thanks for being here. I'm really looking forward to this. This should be a great match. Here, hanging out with me to watch the game, we've got Jesse Bilbia, Steve Forster, and Kyle Peach. Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for being here. All right. As I think everybody knows at this point, the Quintessentially Quayle Cup is a little event that we put together to showcase the Clash of Kings 2022 changes with some folks that got either a little bit of advanced access to the book to make their lists or people who've been playtesters. And the first few rounds were a cup-style group type of thing where everybody played everyone in their group, but the top two people made it out of the group. And then since then, it's been elimination rounds. And so far, we are down to the final three now, since the previous match in the semifinals was won by Tom Robinson. And whichever of these guys wins here tonight, will play against Tom in the final next week.
And the loser gets to commentate, so it's a win-win.
Right. And the loser gets to drink and watch and heckle, also known as commentating. So, without further ado, let's check out the list that these guys are going to be playing. These are the same list that you guys played in the quarterfinal round, but might be a little different from what you played in the group stage. So first up, we've got Joey's Ratkin. Joey, could you walk us through your list, please?
Sure. So taking the Ratkin, switched from Night Stalkers in the qualifiers. So we are going to start off with 2 hordes of shock troops, both with plague pots. We're going to follow it up with 2 hordes of nightmares, one with Blessing of the God for elite vicious shooting and melee, and then one with Strider. A regiment of tunnel runners with sharpness, a broodmother with conjurer's staff and scorched earth. A war chief, just rocking the new vicious aura for the shock troops. A brute enforcer with the blade of slashing. You've got Tangle, which does everything. Mother Kryza, who also does everything. And then we've got the new formation, Smoke, Mirrors, and Death, which is 2 Shredders and a Death Engine Spewer, and the Spewer gets a butt-ton of extra rules, and I get the ability to redeploy them.
Excellent.
Very good formation.
Yeah. Yep. That's 13 total drops coming in at 21 unit strength. Now let's switch over and check out Paige's Order of the Green Lady.
All right.
Paige, could you walk us through your list, please?
I've been playing this list throughout the entire tournament. So 2 Heart Piercers regiments and Order of the Brotherhood with Banner of the Green Lady, which is just Pathfinder. Order of Redemption with Elite. Earth Elementals, 1 Horde, 1 regiment. Order of the Forsaken with Jesse's Boots of Striding and Vial of Sacred Water, which is just Healing Brew. 2 Beasts of Nature with the mandatory flying and 7 attacks. 1 Pegasus, a Druid with Conjurer's Staff, Bane Chance Surge. Unicorn, Blade of Slashing and Lightning Bolt. And Avatar of the Green Lady. For the Green Lady!
For the Green Lady. Also 13 drops. Also 21 unit strength. And I think when I went through and checked earlier, both of you guys have 10 scoring drops as well. So you guys are same number of drops, same number of unit strength, and same number of scoring units.
Wow.
Slightly different. His fly and mine walk.
There's that. There is that.
Probably come up in this scenario.
That might matter. You guys are playing Rays as the other semifinal match, of course, was. And you are playing on the same map as the Tom Robinson and Thomas Mander Alexanderson game that we streamed on Friday. I see you guys have gone through and decided how much of that kind of vague hill footprint you're going to count as hills. So thanks for that. That's very helpful for everyone. And also, you are using these red circle with white star tokens as your raise tokens.
Yep.
And the central one is also. is also a star with a circle.
Yep, same thing. Okay, good. So they're all the same, but the center one's the one that you can't burn, right?
Yep.
Right. Cool. Okay, and it looks like Paige is across the top and Joey's across the bottom. So, Paige, can you walk us through your deployment starting over on the left here?
Sure. If you see the numbers, they are the order that we deployed them from. So on the left, I have green, what's that called? The Brotherhood Knights with Pathfinder, and then Beast of Nature, and then the Unicorn. And I have the Earth Elemental Hordes nearest to the center. I have the two Heart Piercer regiments ready to go on the hill, and the Druid behind them. We have Earth Elemental regiments screening the Forsaken Knights, as well as the Pegasus behind. And then we have the Green Lady. And over on the far flank, we have the Order of Redemption and then the Beast of Nature.
All right, great. And then, Joey, can you walk us through your deployment starting over here on the left, please?
Sure. So the leftmost drop is the Strider Horde of Nightmares. So now we've got the Elite One standing right next to him. Very conspicuous gap. And then a Brute Enforcer with the Blade of Slashing. With a horde of shock troops at the Plague Pots, it's Mother Kryza standing behind them. Tangle is also behind them. The Broodmother with Drain Life and Scorched Earth is between the hordes. The War Chief with the Vicious Aura is also there. The other shock troops, the Tunnel Runners with Sharpness, and then the Formation drops, which were drops 1, 2, and 3, because those don't matter, shoved in the corner where they won't get in my way.
All right. Great. And so you're going to go first. You're going to do your formation redeployment, and then you guys are going to roll for first turn. So great. Thanks for walking us through your deployments. Good luck to both of you, and we'll see you back here for some mid-match check-ins.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Yes. Very conspicuous gap.
Yeah.
Right next to the hill. Oh, look. The thing that you...
I will say that is something I've especially noticed on those Thunderseers, is with their huge footprint, you have to leave gaps.
Yeah.
You really telegraph where they're going to go.
Whereas I think with this formation, it's a lot less of an issue because it's Shredders and
they're pretty compact. They are pretty compact.
Yeah.
The same thing if you play Kingdoms and Ben with the captain, you can really hide of what you're doing pretty well, because a lot of the stuff you're redeploying is really compact and not enormous 150 by 100 horde size for the Thunderseers.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Here watching? Cheering Page on?
Yeah.
That's what he's
like
going
a good
for.
friend.
Okay.
All right.
Mike and I will be try our best to be
impartial,
considering we're both mid-Atlanticers, and as is Joey.
Sure.
Yeah, Joey lives right down the road. But I am super into this Order of the Green Lady army as well. So I kind of can't lose this one, man.
I mean, I've been playing a lot of Green Lady, and this isn't quite what I do, but it's got some things that I'd like.
Yeah, it's not what I was planning on doing, but watching him play it, I'm like, well, it does work though.
Yeah, it does work
really well.
It works.
Yep.
It works. We're about to see something I am very familiar with, which is the Forsaken getting blasted by artillery turn 1.
As they should.
Every game.
Yep.
All right, Joey did win the roll for first turn and has elected to take it. I believe when they were picking sides, Paige won the roll off to pick sides, which is why he picked a side with the hill that extends into the deployment zone.
Which
as you do, like
he can't take great advantage of it because Heart Piercers are generally going to be moving out of the deployment zone to shoot anyway.
Yeah. I think he mostly didn't want Joey to have it.
Yeah,
right. It's more about denying it.
Yeah.
denying the shredders.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
really-
what it was.
Turn 1, height 5 war engines is a good time.
Yeah. For somebody's idea of a good time.
Yeah.
But again, what the war engines want to shoot at is height 4.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's hiding them anyway.
Yep. All right. So, scenario wise, these steady boys race for impact. Scenario wise, these guys have put 4 of the 6 burnable tokens over on the right side.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we can expect most of the action to be over there.
Yep.
But Paige has kind of done a normal spread out deployment. Whereas Joey has dropped a ton of his unit strength over on the right side there.
Those nightmares are a lot of unit strength too.
That's true. They are. They're what, 3 each?
3
Those are
a
holds?
pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Dan
So it'll be
Miner
interesting to see.
from British Columbia and Canada, he coined this scenario to be a toilet bowl scenario because basically what happens is you both just circle. You end up going one hard on one flank, your opponent goes hard on the other flank, and you just kind of circle the center.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I prefer to think of it as a yin yang and not a toilet bowl, but to each his own.
I mean, that's
I mean,
that is what
Dan
Dan
for you.
would call it. Yes.
Yeah, that's
that British Columbian wit shining through there.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, those redemption could struggle with this forest. I assume no, that's not the redemption unit. I'm getting my night.
The
unit.
path, yeah, the
Pathfinder.
Order of the Brotherhood with Pathfinder is the one over on the left.
Right. Just
That's
because there isn't a ton of room to put them in the forest without just getting charged by nightmares.
Hmm.
And the one on the outside is the J Boots one.
Right. So they just
I-
charge in.
I feel like Joey getting first turn here was a pretty big deal. Not just for getting to shoot first, but just for the table position.
Right.
Yeah.
It always is.
Especially in Rays. I find first turn Rays is
Yeah, it's
normally
it's
pretty big
one
on
of
top
the-
of everything else.
Yeah, Rays is probably the one that going first is most important.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can get your tokens covered quick.
And here we see that shooting.
Got one hit.
Yep.
One hit.
They're only piercing one, right?
I
Just
think
one.
they're only Paris one. Yeah,
Ooh.
Okay.
they have 4 shots.
That makes sense.
One hit, 3 hits, and 2.
One.
Two
Oh yeah,
wounds.
2 damage. That's really low.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Paige won't have a problem healing all of that.
Yeah, green.
Yeah, I
ladies
mean,
right
that's-
next- green ladies are next to
that's-
them.
Hmm.
yeah. That's what the vial of sacred water is for. It's like, oh, you did 2 wounds to me. Fine.
Hmm.
I don't think he's even going to use it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it might not have to if that's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
green ladies.
Oh yeah,
right
the
there.
green lady's right next to him. Never mind.
So
You can save
green ladies
you can save
got
that for
radiance a
later.
life one back, and then
Right,
he
Heal
has
6.
heal 6.
right. If he's got no other spells to cast with her this time,
She has no other spells.
Yeah, it's just
she only has. Oh, that's right. She only has heal. All right, that'll bring us to the bottom of turn 1. Joey should be popping back in. Only burned 4 minutes and change off his clock. Did the green lady used to have more than one spell, or am I thinking of a
it's
different character?
You're thinking of someone else. Going back to 2nd edition when she was defense 6 and regen, where she was just tanks. She
Yep.
would tank an entire side of the field.
Yeah, one of the best tanks in the game back then.
Mhm.
And I think at that point you just had heal 8 and inspiring defense 6.
Probably something like that. The
Yeah,
defense
but-
6, like
yeah.
a 13-15 or something.
I think it was a dash 15. I don't think she could waver. She was just a tank.
This was also, of course, before yielding individuals were a thing.
Yeah, she
So
was-
it's
yeah, this
actually
was just-
useful to be
Very
as
true.
durable as she is. Hey, Joey,
Super
Hey,
fast
Joey.
turn 1.
Super fast
Yeah.
turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
how long turn 1s are supposed to take, right?
Yeah, ideally. Mostly just want him to not move. That's kind of always my turn 1 goal. I almost went second. It was very tempting to go second, let the Heart Piercers move onto the hill, or not move onto the hill and be stuck another turn doing nothing.
Yeah.
But I figured that in Rays, especially because I'm the slower army, I need the advantage of going first to establish a little bit more space.
Mm-hmm.
Seems smart. Now, when you guys dropped your objective markers, you both put 2 over on the right side.
Yes.
So we're expecting that's where a lot of the action is going to be. What's your plan for the scenario, basically?
So for Rays, usually what I aim to do is I want to pick one side to put 2 tokens on. And with a list like this, and with Ratkin, where I'm a bully kind of army, I want to utilize my higher nerve and the fact that I have access to ensnare to kind of just set up and say, you won't beat me in a square 1v1 fight, so I'm going to shrink the table down. So when he put the second one on the right-hand side, I dropped a token over there as well to kind of emphasize that this is the side I want you to deploy on because I want you to be facing me. Helps mitigate his speed a little bit doing that as well. The nightmares and all the shootings on the left, kind of because I do need to act like I'm going to go for that token. If they get it, that's great. Ultimately, they're just there to hold that Knight Regiment and the Earth Elementals to the left side so that my right side is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right. And your shooting targets, obviously, first round you opened up on the Flying Knights. Are they going to remain like priority 1 given that you only did 2 wounds, or is there something else you're thinking of switching to?
As long as they're available, they'll be what the Shredders shoot at. He has the heal, so maybe if he puts the Heart Piercers on the hill, I go for them. I'm not expecting a whole lot with the Shredders until the Knights on the left move into the forest and they can actually work with the Nightmares. The downside with the Shredders and a list like his, where he has access to Iron Resolve and a heal 6 caster, they don't do a whole lot. They just really kind of present threat. And his list doesn't have soft chaff. It's all very hard, so there isn't anything for them to really poke at.
Yep.
But sometimes Shredders can just get 4 hits and do like
It's true.
blast D3 and then just poop out 8 wounds on him, and he can't
Sure.
handle that.
Right.
Sure. All right. So you're basically doing something like a flank denial over on the left, and you want to grind him out on the right.
Yep.
Basically, that's your plan. Okay, great. You guys got any other questions for Joey while we got him, or should we let him get back to the game?
No.
No.
This is very
That's
sound.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. Good luck.
Same.
But
Enjoy the commentating.
Oh, we will.
All right. So Paige has thought about a few things and undid them.
and he's got the
So
Now I got the proxies out.
Paige is trying to set up his Pegasus to keep the tunnel runners off of his redemption knights.
Yep. I think that's what he's been going back and forth. He basically wants to chop up keep tunnel runners from getting into super knights.
Right. Now the hand is blocking terrain, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, hand
Could
and
be using the hand to help prevent this and make it super easy to do. Just by making it so that the tunnel runners don't fit between the Pegasus and the hand. But he doesn't seem to be going for that for some reason. And I'm not quite sure why.
6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Is he trying to get them into charge range so that the knights could charge next turn, even if the tunnel runners don't move up, maybe?
Definitely what he's going for, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. The tunnel runners normally aren't that scary, but they do have Brew of Sharpness, which means they're hitting on 3s with 24 attacks.
Which is
Fresh 1,
very
Thunder
scary.
1.
Yeah,
So,
they're,
yeah.
they're real scary right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
that'll
24
nice.
3s and 3s.
hmm
Yeah.
And they only pay 35 for that sharpness too, right? They get that
Yeah.
nice
Yep,
regiment
they're
price.
regiment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're a regiment. That's right.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
really good deal.
it is one of the better sharpness targets.
Yep. Order of Redemption, of course, really solid unit with regen, but if you kill them, that doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are defense 5, 15, 17, like most hardy hammer units.
Yeah, but 250 is expensive for a defense 5, 15, 17.
It certainly is.
And
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
want to
you pay a
lose
premium
that.
for those extra couple of attacks.
Mhm.
They are since they're up at
20
20.
attacks, and now
Inspiring.
Crush 1, Thunder 1 is supposed to.
Inspiring, regen,
Mhm.
headstrong.
Yeah.
Many things.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right. But a big weakness of them is if they get charged by a hammer, they die like a 200-point knight unit.
Yep.
And
That's right.
you can't
15,
have that.
17 still hurts.
It does
Yeah.
still hurt.
And Paige is not running the new hero with Rally.
I really like that unit.
I do too. But it's a 200-point individual, and that's
Yeah. It's,
Oh yeah, it's
that's-
not cheap.
10
No.
maybe.
Yeah.
But
It's
like
210.
it's expensive.
Yeah, it's 200 points of ultimately can't win you a game.
It's a jacked up vampire lord.
It's
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. So I'm curious if this is what Paige is going for on the right, because he seems to have not accomplished what he set out to do with the Pegasus. Because it really looks like those tunnel runners can just charge those knights. I don't
Or
see
is
anything preventing that.
did they not fit on the board edge because everything
Oh,
is super
that's
wide
right.
right now?
Is
Yeah,
the board edge?
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly which of these markers is supposed to be the board edge.
That.
No, I have no idea.
Hopefully they know.
Right. So that's
That's
it.
not-
They must have decided that there's less than 6 inches between the Pegasus and the board edge, and it's not an issue.
Yeah.
They can load in a new field, right?
They, yes.
Basically, what they have to do is go in and change the
Mm-hmm.
dimensions of the field through the terrain button.
Mm-hmm.
The Forsaken Knights are within range of the Tunnel Runners. So if you wanted to next turn, you could, double charge the Tunnel Runners with the Flying Knights and the Beast of Nature and not even send the Knights in.
Page is just giving himself options. You have to imagine the tunnel
Yeah.
runners aren't going to stay there,
Yeah.
right? So their only charge is the Pegasus, and that is a huge waste.
It looks like they can just get to the Earth Elemental Regiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Oh.
one is interesting because that also will put them out of arc of everything on the
Yeah,
far
with all
right.
the
Yeah.
That one seems
Right.
That seems like it might be a
probably
mistake.
unintentional.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because he is kind of just on that 16-inch line there.
yeah.
I mean, it could be bait, but that's
I don't
way
think
bait.
There's really no punishment
Yeah.
there. They
Well-
can take that
the punishment is the Forsaken, or not,
right.
yeah, the Forsaken.
Yeah, the Forsaken, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Druid's got a Bane Chant, right?
The Druid does Bane Chant.
Okay,
Yeah, he's over
Bane
here,
Chant
but he does
has
have it.
18 dice, 3s and 2s.
There's also the Broodmother has Scorched Earth.
Yep.
Ooh,
That could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a thing.
So
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
Especially on
it's
those
a
redemption
75% chance of happening, but that
Because
right.
I think the Forsaken could have threatened the Tunnel Runners, and the Earth Elementals could have still been out, right?
Yes. Yeah, the Earth Elementals don't need to be in. I
Yeah.
think it's more of an accident than bait.
hmm
At the end of his turn, we might try to remember to ask him about that when he pops back in.
Yeah, this is the scary thing. If he just tiptoes into the woods, he's not
I
going to
guess
get cover.
Oh, tunnel runners go
16.
16. Yeah, so it is just
Yeah.
16. Okay.
I
Yep.
maybe don't
Yep,
want to
they're
ask
in.
it because I'm not 100% sure he sees it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yep,
once he's
there.
once he's in here and his turn is over, like
Right.
asking if it was intentional or not, I don't think it's
Yeah.
a bad thing.
Sure.
Because by then, like either Joey will take the charge or he won't.
Or he won't. Fair.
Okay.
To the point about the shredders, I don't think you worry as much about giving yourself cover as you do staying out of the Nightmares 12. On the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
has he
the way
done
they
that?
the
Well,
way
it'll
the
be the
page
night-
has them set up, there's one, the Strider Boots regiment can get there, or the Strider Boots horde can get there. The other one is, the elite one is out.
You don't want to just give the Strider Boots horde that charge.
Or just double shoot them for a turn. I mean, they're not in cover with that much in the woods, right? And it looks like
They would be from the Nightmares just because the Nightmares are shooting through the woods.
Right.
Yeah.
is that really?
Yeah. Because the woods is covering all of their front or flank or whatever arc the Nightmares end up in.
Yeah, and they don't have ignores cover, which means intervening terrain still works.
Right. Joey's also going to have to, if he wants to shoot them with the shredders like he talked about, he'll have to be careful where he positions the Nightmares, just because the Nightmares can block that shot.
Block line of sight,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're height 3.
Okay, so bottom of turn 1. Page so far has moved his knights on the right side up and screened them, giving the tunnel runners a charge on the Pegasus and also on the Earth Elemental Regiment. And I'm not sure if he's expecting the Earth Elemental Regiment to be able to take that charge and survive, or if he just didn't notice that he's just over the line into their range there. We'll try to remember to check with him when he gets here. He's walked his Heart Piercers up onto the hill in the center, as we pretty much expected.
Mhm.
He's kind of turned the Earth Elementals to protect the token on his side. Yep, they are within 3, so they are holding that one right now. And he's just working out what to do with his last couple units over here on his left.
So he's
There's
setting
the
up a
green.
unicorn to shoot the shredder. The Heart Piercers won't have range to much.
Yeah, the Heart Piercers look like they can take some cover shots at.
Do they even have?
Yeah, they can just barely get to like deep shot.
The
No,
one on the
they're out.
left,
Their leader
the one on
point's
the
out.
left, it looks like they're going to be out. But the one
Oh, right, the leader point.
Yeah, it's their leader points.
All right. As expected, Paige healed the Forsaken.
Yep. So they're back to full.
Taking some pot shots at
Yeah.
shock troops.
5s and 3s isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2
Okay.
wounds. It's a start. Okay, and he does skip over the second shock troop, or excuse me, Piercer regiment. So he did note that they were out of range. And here's the lightning bolt at the shredder. Actually, the death engine spewer on the hill.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Okay.
Yep. Nerve check on the horde, looking for just a lucky waiver here. An 8 will not get it. And that's going to bring us to the end of Paige's turn 1. Top of Joey's turn 2. He is down to 55 minutes on his clock.
Mm-hmm.
So 15-minute first turn compared to Joey's 5-minute first turn.
It's easier to have a quick first turn if you go first.
Of course.
Yeah. And if your stuff is slow and you're just battle lining straight up, like
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
more importantly, if you deployed knowing what everything was going to do turn 1, you don't need to plan anything.
yeah. All right, and here's Paige. Hi, Paige. Welcome back.
Guys,
Hey, man.
Hello.
Hello.
felt like
Um,
a terrible turn.
Yeah, not much shooting luck for you there with the lightning bolt against the death engine on the hill.
Yeah, the thing about the map is with the two forests, right? It kind of mitigates my speed advantage. Like on the
Sure.
left, you can see the nightmares staying out of the forest, but
Mhm.
able to see through the entire width of the forest. So the moment I step in, he gets the first charge. Yeah, and that's the terrible part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it looks like over here on your right, um, you moved your Pegasus up to screen your Order of Redemption Knights and your Earth Elemental Regiment up to screen your Order of the Forsaken.
Yep.
Um,
I took a while to
and
get that Pegasus into position. Is to stop him from charging my redemption. And
Right.
at first, I was trying to use the blocking terrain on the left, but in the end, I used the bot edge on the right. So if you try to skirt the Pegasus, you'll hit the bot edge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a little bit tough to say where the board edge is, but
yeah. And we were a little curious because it looks like you left the Earth Elemental Regiment within range of the Tunnel Runners, and we weren't sure if that was intended to be bait or if that was an accident.
Um, I guess that was an accident, but I was
Okay.
trying to push it as far as possible.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't think he'll take it though. I'm not sure, but we'll
I
see.
don't know either.
we'll see. Yeah.
All right, and so obviously, 4 of the tokens are over there on the right side, so that's where the points are. Scenario wise, like what's your sort of plan of attack for the scenario here?
Um, so firstly, I tried to stretch my tokens across the entire map to force the Ratkin to split up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on extreme left and right. On hindsight, the one in the forest, maybe I should have put it more to the center because, as you can see now, there's not a lot of stuff in the center, and he could concentrate it in 2 piles. So the right 2 tokens will be hard to get through. So I'm just hoping to sneak in the left token if I can, and maybe the rightmost, and then try to hold the center. I don't think I can get the one in the forest where the 2 shock troops are holding.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
sort of both extreme flanks and then the middle kind of approach.
yeah, that's how I see it right now. Unless an opportunity opens up, and of course I'll try to hold the tokens near my on the right.
Okay. And so your heart piercers on the hill. Seeing as how there's not much in the middle, um, are you just planning on projecting threat and guarding the middle token with them, or are you going to move them some more and try to get them into range to shoot some other stuff, or what are your thoughts there?
I'll keep them out of the shock troop range, but I got a feeling the shredders will take them out. That's the pain because on top there's really no cover at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So I really wanted to get the bottom, but he won the roll off and he took the bottom.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. We assumed you had won the roll off and taken the top so that Joey wouldn't be able to put his war engines on the hill in the deployment zone.
No, he won the roll to choose sides, and I had to deploy the first race token, which is actually a disadvantage because you get to see whether opponent places stairs first.
Yep.
Right.
And then I lost the initiative roll, and he decided to go first.
Right.
So I hope to get some box cast from these bad rolls at the start.
All right. All right. You guys have any other questions for Paige?
No, that pretty
I don't
much
think
covers
so.
it.
All right, man. Good luck. We'll see you back after your turn 3.
Good
All
luck.
All
right.
right, thanks.
All right.
Looks like Joey's got on the left hand side, gonna shoot all of his guns at the Pathfinder Knights. looking at what he's going to be doing on the right. I don't
Right.
know if he sees if the tunnel runners are in range of the regiment.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
moved them back from their original position.
Oh,
Now it goes there.
he definitely
Yeah.
sees.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's.
Yeah. Trying to figure out where.
Yeah, doing that and then throwing Scorched Earth on the Forsaken seems like a pretty good move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so long as you can get line of sight to it, so long as your tunnel runners don't block line of sight to the
The
knights.
tunnel runners are only height 3.
Forsaken are taller.
Yeah. Forsaken are
Really?
height 4.
They're only
Yeah.
height 3? Oh, that's right. They are height 4.
Most chariots are.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
right.
The furious clicking at the undo button.
Yeah.
Is that one touching the forest? These ones always kill me. Where like if you touch a single leaf, you're now. Yep. Now is that intentional?
I don't know.
Because otherwise they'd be hidden from the beast of nature, right?
Right.
That's correct.
I would think
And looking at the actual forest graphic that John has picked, it doesn't have a base underneath it. It's just a clump of leaves.
Right.
so.
So I would have to imagine that like every leaf counts as part of the forest.
You have to play it every leaf.
You got to play every leaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, they've stayed out of the range of the Earth Elemental Horde. Yeah, I was kind of surprised the page moved the Order of the Brotherhood with Pathfinder all the way up into the woods where they could be seen.
Yeah, I feel like he could have done it so that he could get his leader point in the woods while not being within 12 inches of the nightmares. It doesn't look like Joey's taking that charge, but I think he could have done it.
Yeah, especially with the Strider ones. Like,
yeah, that's.
It seemed like a pretty good opening.
Yeah, stripping
to
that
me.
TC early would be pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to win that grind.
Are they not? Oh, I keep forgetting it's not a redemption unit.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
just
not
they're
winning that
just
grind.
Redemption
Pathfinder.
Knight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Redemption Knights. Yeah, but these guys are just.
And he didn't even give that unit strength. They just have Pathfinder.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
special. There's no extra magic item on there. They just have the
Yeah.
Green Lady banner.
Yeah, the cheap Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
So they're affordable at 215 points.
It is pretty cheap for knights.
Yeah. But they are only Thunderous 2, so
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
once they get punched, they really, really, really need a Bane Chant. And the Druid is over there, and he does have Bane Chant, but he would have to move that direction.
There.
Yeah, you'd have to.
He's so
He's
far.
at least. Yeah, he's,
Yeah.
he's on the other side of the word.
Right. And he does not have any water elementals to give that druid an 18-inch Bane Chant, because that's a thing Green Lady can do now.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so far on the left, Joey has just turned and gotten ready to shoot. And over here on the right, he's decided to back off from the bait that Paige has set out there and maybe wait.
Yeah, looks like he's doing the same thing with Board Edge and shutting down.
Yeah, he can't fit the Beast of Nature and the Redemption Knights into the front of the Tunnel Runners.
Right. And
He's moved them back out of range of the Redemption Knights anyway.
that's
okay.
what he did. Yep. Otherwise, I would say that Paige should charge the Redemption Knights into the Tunnel Runners and just block the Horde with the Pegasus.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he would,
So. All right, moving on to shooting. So, of course, everything over here is going to shoot at the Pathfinder Knights in the Woods. Here's the first
Fives and
Nightmares. 5s and 5s.
Fives with Vicious. This is so much damage.
Just 5 hits.
One.
One wound, but one vicious reroll. If he remembers the vicious reroll.
Even said that they were vicious.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no.
Joey.
7? Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so we remembered elite.
Yeah, still didn't get any more hits though. And
Ooh.
no wounds, but two vicious rerolls. Let's see if he
Oh,
remembers
he got
remembers
those
these.
There.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go back to the other ones.
No. That there.
He probably won't. He'll probably just keep going.
Is his death engine just a tank?
I like
Yes.
that.
I think it's a tank like with a rat head sticking
Oh,
out.
it's a tank with a rat head. Okay.
It's legit. It's good.
So you rolled a 9
2
on
more from the.
6. And you had
Another
a couple
vicious.
more.
Yeah.
Unless it's vicious.
No.
It's not vicious.
That sets up to 5 on a 15-17 unit. So 15-17 unit that is maybe expired? No.
Yeah,
Is it?
no.
Yeah, it's the Pegasus Inspires. Or not
The
the
unicorn.
Pegasus, the
Yeah.
unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn. Okay.
Sparkle Pony.
It does. Sparkle Pony and is within 6. So here goes Lightning Bolt from is that Mother Kryza probably.
Yeah.
Mama C puts 1 on.
Right. And the Brood
Nice.
Mother now.
Yep. Scorched
Scorched
Earth.
Earth.
All
There
day.
it is.
Yep.
Yep.
Sit down.
Doubles up.
The probably weren't charging this turn anyway.
Even that.
No.
You're taking away
Yeah.
the option.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
Yeah.
Redemption and Forsaken Double Charge still will pop.
Our redemption in range?
No, I'm thinking of, are they in range of the normal rats?
No.
Yeah, the Redemption
I
are,
was
don't
thinking
really
the
have any
same
charges.
thing. Where you would double charge, but they're out of range.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they could both double charge the Shock Troop Horde in the middle, but
Mm-hmm.
why would you
No,
do that?
they're even out of the Redemption Knights have nothing.
Oh, they have that
Did you
too.
target with
Oh,
weakness
weakness.
The Redemption Knights.
on the redemption knights?
I see your
No,
alpha.
no,
And
he's just barely within 16 of the Redemption Knights.
Oh, of
for the
that
center
of
horde.
that horde. I was looking at the other
Yeah.
horde. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I see.
But
So if he wants to, he can double charge that center horde with a hindered knight unit and a weakened knight unit, and then get flanked by.
Joey just
Lots.
hit piercings with all 8 shredder shots.
Yeah, the Shredder's just
That's
they protect.
So, yeah, for real.
okay.
that is statistically unlikely.
Yeah,
Very.
so 1 wound on heart piercers, they will laugh at. Even the 5 on the knights is not
Yeah, you need
really that bad.
There.
No.
I mean, a waiver would be interesting.
Sure.
right.
Need a 10 to waver.
Yep.
Yeah.
12 twice to break, but they've got headstrong, so
Yeah,
even
they're
that.
headstrong.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if they're wavered, they'd lose the Thunderous.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice
you
attack.
wasted it. You wasted on the heart piercers.
Yeah, you
wasted on the heart piercers.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And an 8 will not quite waver them.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
So that is it. That is going to bring us to the bottom of turn 2.
Button.
All right. That was
2.
some unimpressive shooting.
Yeah.
Some unimpressive shooting, but pretty thoroughly shut down any possibility of Page
Yeah.
going in
Yeah,
round 2 over on the right side.
On the right. On the left, I think you just kill a Nightmare Horde right now. Between the
Yeah.
Knights and the Beast, you can do it.
Yeah.
Does the Brute Enforcer rally?
Yeah, his rally one.
Yeah.
So they're effectively 16-18 right now.
Yes.
Defense
Um,
5.
And defense
So-
5, 16, 18.
That's
So you charge through and hit the back one, right? Since he's touching a leaf, they can both see.
Do they have?
And that'll
do the
put-
Knights have arc?
Yes.
Oh, they do. The other
do.
thing. The other thing you can do is charge the front one and chaff the back one with the unicorn if it can see, which is going to be closer on the woods. But yeah, I think you just charge the back one.
The unicorn, I fairly positive can see.
Yeah.
Well, if it's touching the woods, which we believe
Oh,
this
it
Nightmare
is.
Horde is, then
Right.
they can all see it. Yeah, because it looks to me like if you charge this one, then the front one won't be able to see the knights, even if you
Nope.
don't pop it.
No way.
So I feel like that'd be the safer try. Oh, he is going in over here.
Yeah,
anyway.
so it turns out they do fit. Is it? What is the edge?
Wait,
the edge
wasn't
is
he
fine.
out of 16?
Yeah, they're not in range. The nightmares aren't, or the tunnel runners aren't in range.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't have
Right,
been.
backed out.
Yeah, I thought the horde was in range, but not the tunnel runners.
Yeah. Paige is asking Judge Call, does he fit?
17.2. 16.3.
Yeah, but he moved 16.3 inches.
Yeah, I don't
Do
think
we
they
just
were
say
in
that
range.
they're out of range?
I mean, if they're
Yeah.
asking for a call, that's probably what we say.
You should also just tell them to reload the board.
Yeah.
Because it's 72.48. Should do it, right?
Yeah, that's a diplomatic way of saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they're out of range.
Moot point,
Yeah.
not legal charge. If that, yeah. And for folks watching, normally we do not inject ourselves into the game. Whatever the players decide is the way they play it. They can play the ball wherever it lies, however they want. But if they ask us,
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
we will weigh in with what we think is the answer. And so in this case, since they asked, will they fit?
Yeah.
We're just going to interpret that as asking, is this a legal charge? Where we're going to say, no, you moved too far, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weekend Redemption with the Beast of Nature probably still do it
Still hurts.
onto those
Yeah.
tunnel runners.
Are they rallied by anything right now? The tunnel
Yeah.
runners?
The Horde
Horde
and Tangle
and
if
the
it's in
Tangle.
range.
The Horde and the
Fair.
Tangle. And they are
Yeah.
within 6 of the Tangle. So, yeah.
So they're rallying.
So now he is going to take that super
I like
aggressive
this.
double
Double.
charge.
This is.
I don't
And-
think it's a good charge, but I like it.
Hinder me, will ya? Fine,
Yeah.
I'll go in the woods.
Weaken me. Get out of
Screw
here.
you. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because, like, you get flanked by a shock troop horde. I don't think the tunnel runners were in the flank, but you'd still get, charged on the way back.
The shock troop horde is also rally too, so they are 20, 22, 24.
Yeah.
They're
That's
thick.
that is a tall order.
Yeah.
And you don't need to flank in that case because the shock troops are a serious threat to either of those units to the front.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you would have to throw either the Pegasus or the Beast of Nature into the shock troops, or excuse me, the tunnel runners to hold them back for another turn.
And the other one's probably just chaffing up the other horde.
Yeah,
It's not a good charge.
no, it's committing an awful lot to probably not pop
Yeah.
a shock troop horde.
I mean, he's feeling the pressure though, right? Every turn he doesn't do this, that wall is just pushing up, further taking
Yeah.
away your options.
Yeah, and Joey has just displayed like this is the worst case scenario that I'm going to put you in every turn. You're going to be scorched earth and you're going to be weakened.
Right.
So I guess if somebody did that, I'd be like, well, if this is how it's going to be every turn, screw it. I might as well go in now and get it over with, right?
Yeah. Can you be both? Do they stack?
Hindered and weakened. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, it becomes a lot less bad for Paige if the Earth Elementals can block a horde.
He's trying to see if
Yeah.
he can block the other horde with. He was trying to see if he could block the left hand horde with the Pegasus.
Right. Which I
yeah.
don't know if it can, just because it would have to pivot more than 90 degrees
Mhm.
Right.
and
It's-
go more than 10 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nimble and Pathfinder. Yeah.
But you would have to go to like Kyle said, you would have to move, you have to double pivot.
Yeah.
And
Because
go more than 10.
Yeah.
So,
So that wouldn't work.
no.
You could maybe get the Earth Elementals close enough that the Druid could pop over and surge them close enough to the shock troops to hold them back, but they can't get into them this turn. They're at 11 inches.
Right. So you pivot, go 5. That Druid's only got Surge 4.
Right. Maybe you get in the way. Maybe you don't.
I don't think you probably don't prevent one of your units from getting flanked if you do that.
That'd be a very bold charge.
It would be.
I don't think Paige has any counter magic in his list at all, does he?
No,
No.
there's none.
No, I mean,
There's the unicorn if you wanted to like.
yeah, if you want to go punch it, but
Yeah.
the
I mean-
unicorn's the other
Yeah.
side of the board.
Right.
And I mean, he
There's
would
no
just be
target.
punching them to disorder them for a turn. Like those are all pretty hefty casters.
Right. But that might be
it's
worth
not,
it
It's not going to pick them up. Maybe
if the unicorn were on that side of the board, which it's not.
Right.
if the unicorn. Right. You got to use the Pegasus for it.
Pegasus isn't nearly as good at getting there.
No. And like, which one do you punch? The Broodmother, I guess, to take away Scorched Earth.
The tangle's pretty protected.
Yes. The
Yeah.
old toolkit sitting in the back waiting.
Tangle's probably the one the Pegasus might have the easiest time getting to, though.
It is the only one that is defense 4.
And it's
It's a little
3.
easier. And it's height.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because the peg's 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
And
Yep.
they're all height 3. The Broodmother and Kryza and the Tangle are all height 3.
Right.
So
But just with the bigger base, it would be able to
Yeah.
fit a lot easier.
Yeah.
Potentially. I also don't know how much of a. Oh, that's a great question, Pablo.
I mean, the answer is yeah. We'll stream some of them. I'm not going to commit to how many we'll do. Certainly, as the rounds go on, we'll try to get some. We might not do any for the first couple of rounds until things start developing a bit, unless there's like a super tasty dream matchup that happens that we feel like we just got to stream.
Be honest, there's always at least one of those every round when you get this many people.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see, but again, like it'll depend on what the matchups look like and people's availability to commentate. But yeah, no, we'll certainly get, especially in the later rounds, we will definitely try to get you guys some of the top tables to watch towards the end of it. There's usually enough people in it and enough interest in it. Cloak of Death. Okay, so Paige is declaring Cloak of Death on the
How long
Green
has
Lady.
the clock been paused for?
I don't know. Remind them.
I think they paused it to ask for the ruling on the
Probably.
Yeah,
over here.
which is fair.
Well, no, isn't Joey green? It's still on Joey. Maybe just Joey didn't switch it. Maybe hit pause instead of switch.
No, Joey should be blue because he went first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I really like this play. It's still. Maybe I don't really like this play.
Did he just throw the
Yeah.
Green Lady all the way up there? He did.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
threw the
Cloak of
Green
Death.
Lady up there
To stop.
Cloak of
the-
Death.
to
And the Green Lady is out of the Broodmother's arc.
right, and what
And
that
then there's
did
the
was
other knights.
the shock troop. Oh, is the Green
Right,
Lady
so you-
making sure that
It's making sure that the
the knights aren't
we're-
hindered?
right.
Yep. Which is why the Beast of Nature hangs all the way over here, right? You put the Green Lady there first. You Cloak of Death. You Cloak of Death everything, like literally
Right,
everything
yeah.
over here except Mother Karza.
Yeah. So I thought the Green Lady was making sure that the knights weren't getting flanked by the shock troop horde, but they're way out of arc.
Sure.
I'm not sure I like the Forsaken going in here.
I don't think either of these units die this turn.
No.
And
No.
on the counter,
None of
gonna
the rats
hurt.
die this turn.
Because
the
they're
Redemption are in big
22,
trouble, though.
24.
22, 24.
Yeah,
And
that's a lot of nerf.
defense
And you
4
know-
matters now because both of them have been stripped 1 point of
Right.
hit.
Mm-hmm.
And they both are next turn are going to be plague potted. And if you do get a waiver, the Tangle has a Furiara, so you have to be deleting units here.
The middle one
Yep.
might go down between the two of them, because that's what 3s and 3s, and then 7 3s 2s vicious. It's still still not likely.
3s and
It's a
3s
tall
with
order.
3s and 2s with vicious. Yeah, that's
To get to 24?
To get to 24, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You need a really good conversion.
It's gutsy.
It certainly is.
But that's
And
also what we've been seeing out of Page is gutsy plays that have paid off in big ways.
Yeah.
He's
true.
aggressive this tournament.
Yeah.
And I guess the point about the plague pots, I guess, is good because if you wait till next turn, then like Joey casts spells again,
and then plague pots again,
and then plague pots, right? Like, and if on any turn Joey's spells don't go off, then he just plague pots, right? Like,
I think the plague pots are going to go up to this next round.
Absolutely, next round.
Yeah,
I would guess so. Yeah, yeah. No, I kind of like that play of like I'm going to cast spells that make your charges suck, and if they happen to not go off, then screw it, I'll plague pot.
Yeah.
Right.
No regen.
Oh well, it's only one.
That's just one.
There's a druid over there with heal 2. The
And
contact
nothing
staff.
better
It
to-
has
Oh,
nothing
wait.
to do.
He's really going to want to bane chant something.
He's gonna have trouble seeing and getting in range. Yeah,
You won't be able to,
17,
right?
anything.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get into
So the
17.
druid's just gonna have to heal.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that hurts. It's not Bane
Yep.
Chant. The Bane Chant would be big
Just
there. I mean, it's still
1 inch away. Yeah.
I mean, where he really wants the Bane Chant is on the Redemption, and that's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
But getting them to 3s and 2s with Elite and then 3s and 2s with Vicious, that has a good chance of getting there.
All right, so Paige has just decided to go all in on the right,
Mm-hmm.
and now we'll see what he does on the left.
I have to imagine he goes all in on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice on the left. Oh,
Mm,
how far
I
can he
haven't
back
seen
up the Knights to get out?
Oh, you can tell him about the clock. Yeah.
I told them in the Facebook chat, but they haven't seen it, so I'll put it there. There we go.
There it is.
Oh, they did pause it for the judge
Yep.
color.
Yep.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah, those are very, very, very aggressive turn 2 moves on the right by Page. And over here, we'll see if he similarly triple charges the Nightmares. Okay, so he's going to send the Unicorn in as well. Which one is he going for then? He's going for the front one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it'll be the Knights and the Beast of Nature in the front, and then the Unicorn in the
The
side.
unicorn in
In
the
the
flank.
flank, yeah.
Yeah, getting that
Yeah.
charge off would have been pretty big to shut down that TC, because this wouldn't be nearly as scary on the triple.
Right.
Mhm.
And the Unicorn in the Cav profile there without the wings is an individual, so it does not get extra attacks for being in the flank.
Still
But it's
3
an
dice
extra-
on 3s and 3s.
Yeah.
It
it's
is
an
still
extra-
dice on 3s and 3. Yeah, no, it's not bad.
It's an extra wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that makes the difference.
Right. Because they are 16, 18, so
Every bit helps.
they need the extra wound.
Yeah, running some numbers on that redemption Beast of Nature charge, it's not ideal.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting round to see what the dice do.
Mm-hmm. This is where UB dice come in.
Yeah.
You just get 20 hits.
Right.
Right. If he does pop that horde over on the right, that would be huge.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It just
that's
doesn't seem all that likely.
not likely.
He also What do you think he's shooting at? Is he shooting at the broodmother with all those heart piercers?
Yeah, the Brood Mother. I think you could. There's a they can get Mama Kryza too.
Yeah.
Can they? Oh yeah, they're on the hill. They can see.
Yeah, they'll see.
Yeah.
Either one's going to
Right.
be cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
So
one
here's
of
the
them
heal
has
on the
enough
Naya.
range.
Yeah. Gets the one wound off of the heart piercers with the druid,
Of course.
and now he is going to try to shoot at not Mother Kryza, but the Brood Mother.
Yeah, I mean, getting rid of the Radiance of Life would be a big deal. Because
Yeah.
if not, he's just going to keep shutting down Cloak of Death.
But he's not going to kill it. He's going to do 1 damage.
Yeah,
And the other unit's out of range.
yeah. The timeline said no.
Like, okay, obviously he didn't roll well, but also rolling normally, he doesn't kill this brood.
No.
Yeah. And Mother Kryza was also within arc of the other unit.
Yeah, so focusing
So he
the
could've-
shots on Kryza
Hmm.
probably makes more sense.
2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
Nerve check. Not going to get it with an 8. Not going to get it with a 3. He needed some very big rolls anyway. The Brood Mother's 12, 14.
Yeah.
So he was looking for 12s. And Mother Kryza, I think, is what, 13, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That should bring us around to combats.
All
Looks like
right.
we're going to start over on the left. Just going to leave this up.
Oh,
10 wounds.
10
Good
damage
conversion.
from the Knights. That's
All right.
Yep,
that's a
that
great
hurts.
start.
Was it 2, 3?
And Vicious for 3. 13.
An
And
extra
then the
2.
unicorn with 2 more.
2
is
wounds on the
15.
unicorn. So that's 15 on a, what, 15, 17 unit
Yeah,
with rally?
There should be a 16.
And,
right?
oh.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Drink.
I mean, you're going to want one after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's really
Oof.
bad.
that hurts.
That is,
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ugh.
that's worst case double ones right there.
Yeah,
That is, because
Yeah.
like,
Like,
that was
literally.
that was
that
the
was-
best. That was the
Yeah.
best outcome over there. It was 15 wounds. It's so good.
right.
Oof.
They're not even disordered because they're
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are steady.
They are
Mhm.
steady.
Just one hit for the.
So
All right,
they
one
have
wound.
3 attacks?
Yeah, I think the 6 was the was the
6
third
was
attack.
the third
The
attack.
6 was the extra attack. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, that's all.
6
I guess
was the
It's gonna
damage
do
roll, whatever.
I guess he can't do anything to him, so he just didn't bother rolling.
Right. Beast does 5 on the horde.
Yeah,
All
Good
right.
start.
good.
12 hits on 20 dice on 4 is pretty good.
17 because he's elite.
Elite.
Really,
Yeah,
But
17.
now he's on 3s.
12.
12.
Okay.
18. He might get
18.
this.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, that's right. They,
Yeah,
that's
six
right.
twice.
They aren't ended.
Oh my god.
There's an 11
Okay.
and an
man.
8.
All right, well, that
Wow.
makes
No
up for
way.
that other stake. What?
No way.
Wow.
What?
It was like 25% chance to waiver.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give up. We're not going to even try to predict shit anymore. I don't.
Oh, man.
Fortune
Yeah.
favors
Alright
the
then.
bold, people.
Well,
Fortune
this
favors the bold.
fortune definitely favors the bold. Yeah.
So,
All right, Redemption Knights, take a victory lap. Jesus.
Right.
What? Okay.
Oh no, I was wrong. I didn't take into account for elite. It was about a 50% chance to go. Oh no, that's crushing 3. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it
Wow.
wasn't that good.
No, it was 20%.
Yeah, it was.
It was 20
Yeah, I was about to
sounds
say,
about right.
20, 25, probably. Yeah.
But
Percent
also,
chance.
he just rolled double ones on the other side. I don't know.
Yeah, he just snaked aside that he had a
Should
pretty good
have
chance.
killed.
All the tokens are on this side.
And he
Side you want to win.
he did all the wounds, right? Like he did all the wounds on the other side. He did 15 wounds, so it's not like they're going to live to anything like if that unicorn survives to like poke them once with a lightning bolt, they're going to die next turn.
Looks like Paige found a reform he was happy with.
Because that puts them in the rear. They can't touch anything. They wouldn't even be able to anyway.
Or not.
I was about to say, like, which way is this tangle actually facing? I feel like it's looking that direction.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Right. Don't necessarily want to put that in your flank, right?
No, it's got 9 base. That'll hurt.
Yeah.
A little.
9 base on 4s, but still 9 base.
Okay. 18 dice on 4s and 5s.
And losing 1 TC. It's not really
Still
what you
probably
want.
just kill it on a counter charge.
Yeah.
Unless you're weakened. Oh, but it's the one with weakness. Right?
True.
Yeah, the tangle has the weakness.
Yeah, I don't think you're that scared of tangle flanking you.
No.
Is this one of those situations where, well, I didn't think I'd kill the unit, so I hadn't thought about how to reform anything afterwards.
Definitely.
This is the dog that caught the car. He's like,
Right.
what do I do now?
Yeah,
Champagne problem over here.
I really like the thing he undid. Where he just pivots the knights to look at the shock troops. And uses the other units. Okay. I guess
so he's turned
art on the tunnel runners.
Right, and he's turned the Beast of Nature to look at the flank of the shock troop board.
This is good.
So, all right. So here's the Forsaken Knights who were already hindered. So hit on 4s. Yeah, not much there.
He did 5 and didn't do anything. That's to be expected.
It's a dangerous gap now.
It is. Well, that was eventful.
That did none of that happen how I thought it would.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster.
Well, that's Kings of War for you.
At its core is just gambling.
Yeah. All right, over to Joey for top of turn 3. I'm sure right now Joey's going, okay.
Right. I have to imagine Joey's as confused as we are.
Right.
Though I think the left pretty much plays itself.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it. You double charge the knights.
Unhindered brute.
Yeah. You smack the uniform with the other nightmares. And if you get them, you overrun into the beast.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you don't get him, you get flanked by Earth Elementals.
Yeah.
And he is a defense 4 or defense 5, 12, 14. So you might just not kill him, especially if you're hindered.
Yep. Hey, Jeremy. So over here on the left, Paige. Well, across the whole table, Paige just kind of went all in everywhere on turn 2. Yep. He did 15 wounds to Nightmares over on the far left with a triple charge, and then snaked them. And then over on the right, one shot at a horde of shock troops with weakened Order of Redemption Knights and a Beast of Nature.
That's still so crazy.
So maybe you move the Nightmares closer to the Elementals and then charge the Unicorn with the Spewer?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Sam. When he goes forward, the Unicorn will turn to face him, so he won't have the angle to overrun into the beast behind them. Yeah.
How much will it turn if it's flush against the other base? Oh, I guess if he were to do it after he slid down, that would be.
Well, no, because he doesn't have to pivot the nightmares to touch.
Right, he goes straight ahead.
Right,
Yeah.
he'll go straight ahead, and the unicorn will turn to him. So the angle with respect to the beast will stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a way to also get the death engine on the beast, is there? I don't think so. Not with the Nightmare Horde where it is.
Top of turn 3, again, they are playing raise. They are using those red tokens with white stars as the raise tokens. You can now burn the tokens on your opponent's side of the table if you control them on any turn and you've scored them. This is a semifinal match for the Quintessentially Quayle Cup, meaning it is single elimination at this point, and all they have to do is win the scenario to advance to the final next weekend.
Yeah. This got so weird. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we're all Joey right now. We're all just sort of,
Yeah. So he did commit to double charging the knights, which is definitely the right call.
Yep. Definitely
The
right call.
issue is that other Nightmare Horde is kind of in a spot where I don't know how it doesn't get flanked by either Earth Elementals or a Beast of Nature.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And
They can't see the Earth Elementals to get into them, which, if they could, it would get them out of the Beast's arc. But again, they can't really get there. Sam does make the point that the unicorn is pretty tough. It is 12-14 in defense 5, and inspiring.
And those nightmares that have been
hindered.
Yeah. 18 dice on 5s and 4s with Elite and Vicious probably doesn't do it.
Still not going to get it, yeah. Because that is the Elite one and not the Strider Boots one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because unicorns are really good.
Yep. At this point, I guess if Joey's happy about anything, it's that he spent less than 5 minutes on his first turn, so now he's got plenty of clock to figure out what the hell to do now.
Was Paige able to burn one of the tokens when he went in with everything?
I
don't think so. I think there's still one like under the tunnel runners,
which he'd probably be able to burn now because they're only unit strength 2, right?
Right, tunnel runners are unit strength 2.
Maybe he did.
Yeah, and as long as his knights are within 3 of it, depending on where exactly it is. Oh, you know what? You can kind of see it. It's under the Pegasus.
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
and
right,
I don't think his knights are going to be.
Yeah, his knights are out.
1, 2,
so it's tied right now.
Okay.
All right, so top of turn 3 so far. Joey's got a double charge on the knights with 5 wounds over on the far left with a Brood Enforcer and a Horde of Nightmares who are only still there by the grace of Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that should be the end of those knights. Should be.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah.
He shot at them a lot. Last turn, landed 5 wounds, but couldn't get a waiver. normally you expect a Green Lady army to have a relatively low number of drops and a Ratkin army to have a relatively high number of drops. But in this case, they are tied with the same number of drops. So I feel like Joey's got some pressure on him to make sure that he uses every unit as best he possibly can. He doesn't really have any to throw away or any to spare.
Right. Other than, I would argue he does in the Brute Enforcer, but that's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think so. Whoever wins this is going to be playing Tom Robinson.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, with that interesting Brother Mark list he brought out. If you haven't seen that, you can check our YouTube channel for the other semifinal match that was streamed on Friday.
So it looks like Joey gave up on figuring out what to do on the left and started focusing on the right, which is fair.
So you do it.
Yep. So I'll come back to this one.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just burning clock staring at it. So.
See your cloak of death and raise my cloak of death.
Guys, I got a decent cloak of death off. Okay. Yeah.
Brother Mark versus Green Lady would definitely be a must-watch matchup. I mean, who would have thought in second edition that you would have said, "Hey, at the end of an invitational elimination tournament, you would have two Brotherhood lists."
Yeah. Brotherhood lists. So Tango's charging the Knights probably just to block them up.
Yeah.
Which I get wanting to block them up. Does he have another Bane Chant, though? Because I really want those shock troops to be Bane Chanted.
He doesn't.
Don't think so. Broodmother has Scorched Earth and Drain Life. Drain Life probably come in handy. Mother Kryza has Lightning Bolt.
I mean, he does have Vicious on them from the War Chief as well.
Right. But getting them to 4s and 3s.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Could very easily mean the difference between not killing them. Yeah. So we put the War Chief in on those on the redemption as well, but he's not killing them.
Yeah, looks like.
Just there's not enough in there to kill him.
It would have been tempting to shut down the Green Lady's heel for a turn.
I also would have done that with the War Chief. Yes. And maybe with Nimble, Tango could have blocked the Knights from hitting the Tunnel Runners while still being able to throw out the Bane Chant. That's a big ask, but maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, and the kind of other problem Joey has here is that there's nothing that can ground this beast of nature, and it is staring right across at the flank of these guys. So he's got to use the Broodmother or Mother Kryza to block that flank. Because I don't know that they're getting rid of the Forsaken Knights.
Yeah. Okay. That's a way of doing it.
Yep.
So
I'm assuming we're going to see Radiance. Yeah. Figure out all the other moves and then Radiance, which is the better way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So if he sidesteps the Broodmother to completely cover the top part of the shock troop flank, Mother Kryza here being just a little ahead probably leaves the beast not quite enough space.
Right.
Where he had before didn't leave the beast quite enough space.
Right, because all you have to do is pivot the Mother Kryza just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
probably see Scorched Earth on the beast. Or Drain Life, I guess, at this point. Drain Life.
Yep. You have to... And shields up.
Yep.
For sure.
Roll them.
Yeah, so Joey taking an extra special long time to figure out what to do this turn.
I'm wondering if he's worried about that blocking the horde like we talked about. Because if he does that, he might just get flanked by Earth Elementals or with the Brood Mother. And I'm wondering if he's worried about that and second guessing the play because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Could be, yeah.
I still think that's the play you make. But that might be why he doesn't seem to be doing it.
Maybe. But I guess that's where he's leaving his right side because it looks like he started to pop back over to his left to decide what to do with the Spewer and the Elite Nightmares. He's coming up on half of his clock time used.
One of these units needs to protect the other from the Earth Elementals.
Yeah, and that doesn't do it. That just leaves them in the flank.
Right.
Yep, that's just really good placement on Paige's part.
Yep,
sure is.
It is a shit sandwich.
Yeah. So you're just questioning, would you rather have the Earth Elementals in a flank or a Beast of Nature in the flank?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you really don't want to lose the fresh Nightmares. And the other ones have 14 wounds on them.
I mean, the unicorn can pick up those Nightmares at this point.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Joey protects those Nightmares though. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. You're not going to shoot the Beast of Nature to death.
No. No, probably not.
Even with the Nightmares, right? But you can't shoot them with the Nightmares because that would be you turning the Nightmares to face the Earth Elementals and then shooting them to death with like the Spewers and the whatever the other guys in the back are called.
Shredders are hitting that thing on sixes though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both got arc, but yeah, hitting on sixes.
And they can't even hit on fives.
They've been saving it for this moment.
Yeah. Okay, if he just gets 8 sixes, then I'm done with this game.
Take the equivalent dice from that other charge and put them on Shredders.
We have now passed into the bottom half of Joey's clock for the match. We're in the top of turn 3. As what we expected to be a lackluster Alpha Strike turns out to have put Joey in a very difficult position.
Yeah, it's very interesting how obviously the Paige rolled the double ones on the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely thought, oh no, that's really bad for Paige. But now we're seeing Joey's still struggling to position this unit.
Hmm.
Yeah, because even if he had popped the other nightmares, that means this turn Joey would just be throwing the Brood Enforcer into the Knights to hold them up, and this other unit of nightmares would still not really know where to go or what to do with
They'd
itself.
just be spinning like a top like they are right now.
Yeah.
I think they're just getting flanked.
Yeah.
And I don't see how Joey prevents that in any way.
Yeah, hold on, what's he done here?
I think he's asking Paige if he could do surge shenanigans with the with Earth Elementals. Doesn't look like it, but
there, no.
No, he's not going to get him in a fight there. All right, so you're just giving the beast the flank.
yeah, you drop that.
I think it's the better of the two, to be honest.
Yeah.
No.
Assuming that this game still cares about standard probability curves. Your beast not just like, it's Sunday night, fuck it!
An interesting thing about this exact placement is that Paige could ignore the nightmares entirely and just go after the death engine.
Right. With
Yep.
nature.
Yep.
If he does that, though,
no, the elementals can't quite get there, can they? Oh, 3, 6. They can.
if he does that, though, he's giving up a token.
Yeah.
Oh,
then
fair.
The nightmares just
You walk forward and burn.
Yeah, runs forward and burns it.
Do they run forward? They're touching the woods.
Well, 6, 9 puts them in, right?
Are they 9 away? Okay, they are 9 away. Okay. Shooting finally. Okay.
Finally.
So
okay.
over here comes Scorched Earth on the Beast of Nature, maybe? No.
Oh, no. That is a lightning bolt.
That's lightning? Okay.
Got one.
This is probably Scorched Earth then?
Or Drain Life.
Or Drain Life?
Drain life on the redemption.
All right. Heal your horde back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or not.
Just one.
No,
No
not even
wounds.
one. Ouch.
I think it was a Conjure Staff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's probably Conjure Staff, so.
Yeah, it's not Conjure
Oh,
Staff. You forgot about
Conjure Staff? Yeah. Okay.
Gotta run your own stuff.
So
Unless
over
you
here, it looks
forgot
like
about the conjure staff.
the nightmares are gonna. Looks like you set up the nightmares to shoot at the earth elementals.
Yep.
Yeah. The death engine will as well, but
4s and 6s, 12 hits on 18 dice. Not bad to start. There's the elite rerolls. Picks up 2 more.
14 hits.
2 wounds.
And vicious.
Oh.
Whoa!
And yep, vicious converts.
So vicious.
All right, now the death spewer.
Pray for a 6.
Okay, that's 11
4.
shots.
11 shots.
4s and 4s. 5.
3 more is
3 more. 7. That's still needing what? 11
damage.
11.
I mean, it's not going to kill them most likely.
We've said that before.
Yeah, this is true. Well, they're not inspired, so one.
Yeah, they're
one big one
uninspired.
with nerve.
No, neither of those things shatter, do they?
No. The shredder can hit though.
Shredder puts a 4 spot on them.
There's 4.
Okay, and the shredder is shattering. That's
Next one, 5. Oof.
The other one, yeah.
It's all 3.
There's
Wounds all 3.
It's 3 wounds.
That's a big threat to heart piercers.
So that's 7 wounds with shattering. That's 8.
They're 13, 15.
Yeah.
13, 15. So he's looking for a 7 twice. But Earth Elemental Hordes at dash 18.
11 once.
Looks like he's doing the.
Yes, he's doing the heart piercers. Yeah.
He had to put his tokens down that says he needs to roll nerve. Okay, so
7.
No, with shattering.
Oh,
that's
shattering.
a reroll.
Yeah,
they're dead.
Oh, that's dead.
That does pick them up. Okay.
And now an 11.
Yeah.
Make it happen, Captain.
No.
6.
Picking up a regiment of horse piercers is kind of nice there
It helps.
for a single
he does
volley.
not
That's
wave
pretty
on
good.
these.
Yeah, nerve on the beast. Not getting it. Not getting a lucky waiver. All right. We'll see if he has any better luck in combat. Looks like we are starting over here with the tunnel runners on the peg, who really ought to shred it.
Yeah.
Shred a Pegasus.
24 on 3s and 3s. 16, all right. And 12 wounds. Okay.
All right.
And a 3 still gets it.
Yep.
So do you stay there to leave yourself in the flank of the knights, assuming they're not going to be dead? No, don't turn so much. You put them in the front.
Well, no, the benefit to him doing the double charge is now they can't do the 1-inch withdraw.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because he's
Charge.
engaged on two
Yeah.
sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
So that was probably the main reasoning behind avoiding the Green Lady, so that he would be able to do this reform.
Yep.
Which is now nice, is he's not touching the difficult either.
Right.
All right. So it's going to be the Tangle and the War Chief with the Vicious Aura on
right.
the Order of Redemption. That's the Tangle hitting on
Takes
4s.
twice.
Only.
That's one.
One, it was hindered.
Right. Still, 1 takes away 1 TC.
Mhm.
The War Chief should also be hindered.
Yep.
2 hits either way.
Vicious.
It's vicious.
Well, there it is. Got one.
All right.
All right.
3 damage.
3 wounds on.
To the knights.
No. And
Oh,
Snake Eyes
good.
rolled.
'Cause when you can burn those now.
Yeah, burn
Yeah,
out.
just-
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. That doesn't count, Joey. That doesn't count.
Only drink when it's a dramatically appropriate Snake Eyes.
Ooh,
Ooh.
That's
Okay.
not good.
that's 4 wounds.
5 with vicious.
Vicious.
Puts him at 6.
6 in
that's
there,
not
15, 17, and Green Lady inspires.
Close enough. So they're wavered.
That,
So weird.
that is a
Okay.
waiver.
They're
Okay.
headstrong, but
They're headstrong.
But they are headstrong. Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see
and
what happens.
I think we're at the point where the beast could potentially just kill them.
11
see.
hits on 30. That hurts.
Yeah.
The Earth Elementals are
Alright.
also in range for the front, right?
Yes, they are. And I
Yeah.
think they can fit even with the knights there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay, so the nightmare is
4 hits.
so
4
bad.
hits and the 2.
All right. Here comes the Brute Enforcer with Blade of Slashing. So we expect to see 1 reroll.
Or not.
Doesn't need it. 3 wounds. Put him
Yeah.
at 10. And they are 15, 17.
Brutal?
That's
Does
this
one
one
have
with the
brutal?
waiver, right? Is
No,
he
does the
brutal?
Brute Enforcer have brutal?
The brute forcer does have weight. That does
He does have brutal.
Okay, it does have
He
brutal.
does have
okay.
brutal. Okay.
Yeah.
It'd
So
be
they do
great.
get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
brute
despite his bad
forces
dice-
are great.
They
They're a
are.
great value unit. 75 points for brutal and
Yeah. And some
and,
crushing 2 attacks.
rally. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
rally.
and rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rally is the big one there. They're a very
Yeah.
cheap way to fit it into the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And their defense 5 for 75 points.
It's non-conditional
75.
rally too.
Yeah. That's nice.
Right.
Huh.
I still think Paige can just pick up both Nightmare Hordes on the left this turn.
Yeah, there's a good chance there.
All right. And that is going to bring us to the bottom of 3. Joey has 23 minutes left on his clock. That was a very long turn for him.
Very
Oh, yeah,
long
it
turn.
was.
It went, I feel like that turn eventually, the way it resolved went okay for him.
Yeah.
We'll see what Paige does.
Right. I think everything that you would have expected to happen happened.
Right.
And then he also got the heart piercers.
And he also got some heart piercers. Hey, Joey.
Like,
What's up?
How's it going?
There's been very highs and very lows.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dice app is either I'm gonna hit my nerves or I'm gonna roll like I'm hindered. There are
Yeah,
no
I feel like-
in-betweens.
I feel like after the end of Paige's turn 2, all of us just kind of sat here for 10 minutes going, huh.
Yeah.
yeah, we were very confused.
You and me both. Yeah, it's kind of just damage mitigation and seeing how much I can trade trades for trades.
Mhm.
Yep. We watched you have a lot of trouble figuring out what you wanted to do with that Nightmare Horde over on the left side.
I really kind of assumed they were going to have a charge on the knights, and then they didn't.
Right.
And then I had nowhere to put them. I did not predict them not having that move. So, because the unicorn's not mighty, so I could have moved through it. So I had what I felt was a pretty good alternative, and then the Earth Elementals would take another turn off, and we could set up and like kind of face that Beast of Nature and kind of work it there and just trade equally there. Instead, I shot the Earth Elementals and did 4 wounds with the Nightmares, which is way above. It's going to put Paige in a pretty interesting spot because he's going to have to choose if he's going to rely on the Unicorn to kill the Nightmares or what flank he's going to take with the Beast of Nature. I kind of figured if I was going to give him one, I might as well give him everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. An embarrassment of riches.
The classic.
You can only kill one
flank
of them, is the idea.
Yep.
Sure. And then over on the other side, you've got the plague pots on now, but
I'm not used to with the plague pots. I mean, honestly, this is like my 9th game with Ratkin.
Mhm.
Sure.
Timing them is kind of iffy. I think he rolled a little up on that, and it went to a 6 twice. I think that charge was like an 18% chance or like 15, and instead he got it. It happens.
We were talking about the approach, and we were like, okay, we see what you're doing. You've got 2 spells. You can basically debuff both of the night units, and if on any turn where Paige hasn't gone in, one or the other of those fails, then you could just pop plague pots and not worry about it.
Right.
So it kind of made sense to not use plague pots, given that you got both weakness and scorched earth off. But then
he got it. Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of the thought process there was I don't trigger my pots because I couldn't dive in that turn.
Yeah.
I wasn't close enough to force him to charge me. So if I pop pots and cast the spells, he doesn't charge for a turn. That doesn't really get me anywhere. So the idea was if he charges in, then I pop pots. Gives me a pretty I get fluke rolls that way. Try to maximize it, but obviously it didn't really work out here. And that headstrong roll sucked.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah.
So at this point, which objectives do you think you're going to be able to get by the end of the game?
I'm thinking I should be able to get the right one. The right top one.
Oh, sure.
He doesn't have a whole lot of unit strength left that isn't in danger. So
Sure. Yeah.
he's going to have a big issue of a lot of his unit strength is unit strength 1, and I have unit strength 1 to sit on stuff. So we're both kind of, neither of us are in positions to get tokens is really where we're at.
Right.
So he can get the one the shock troops are on right now because I think he'll have 4 to my 2 if he kills the horde, so he'll have that one. He probably won't get the right one. My goal is going to be to kill the Forsaken, either with shooting or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of deal with it because then all he'll have is a regiment on that of Earth Elementals left over, and the Beast of Nature, which I have charges on right now.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, great. We got any other questions for Joey? Should we let him get back to the game?
It's good.
I think we covered it all.
All right, man. Good
All
luck.
right.
We'll see you back here at the end.
Yep. Hope for more snakes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I mean, up until now, this just has been kill with extra steps.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got the double on the okay.
Yeah, over here on the right. So yeah, Paige has gone in with Unicorn there, taking the flank with the Beast on the Nightmares, and gone into the front with the Earth Elemental for a double charge, and is just leaving the Death Engine Spewer to do whatever. Over here, he's gone into the flank with the Beast, and passes Headstrong roll here to countercharge. This is going to be a regen roll, probably on the Redemption Knights, I'm guessing.
Yes. He also, I don't think Joey's put the tokens out yet, but he declared that he was doing a Cloak of Death with the Green Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just pass that Cloak of Death back and forth between the two armies. Yeah, you wait this time.
Cloak of Death and Radiance of Life.
Right.
And he left the heart. Did he move these Heart Piercers forward a bit? I guess he's basically just got shots on either Mother Cries or the Brood Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Right. As long as he stays on the hill. I think he's also still moving.
Yeah. Okay. And with the Beast there, he decided he didn't need to throw the Earth Elemental Regiment in, I guess. And is just leaving them in reserve still. Okay. Yeah, that War Chief being there does kind of screw up some of his reform options. Assuming he kills the Tangle.
Which he probably will.
Probably will. It's what, 14 to break?
Yeah, -14.
Dash 14, yeah. But on defense 4.
Threes and threes with elite.
3s and 3s. Yeah, 20 attacks, 3s and 3s with elite. And it's already going to have at least one wound on it from the Green Lady.
Mm-hmm.
We did this math before, though, and it didn't matter.
And it did not matter, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
What do we know?
The sidestep's an interesting thing to do post-combat. I would wonder, is there a way to make sure that he's... Excuse me. To make sure that the tunnel runners are hindered.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. And if he sidesteps just the one, they would end up being ended. Yeah.
Yeah.
24 attacks, 4s and 4s is a lot less scary than the alternative.
It's still pretty scary.
Yeah.
So the Green Lady should be able to heal the other two.
Yep.
Well, do you do that or take it off the Forsaken?
Or take the 6 off the Forsaken.
You're right, that's more important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't think the Forsaken are inspired with where he just put the Green Lady.
I think you might be right.
Yep, they're out.
I think you might have moved it up just now.
Yeah.
The Plague Pots, I don't know that they're getting that horde.
He does have a Beast of Nature in the flank.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. He does. Never mind.
Yeah.
Beast of Nature is
he'll get that horde.
14 attacks, 3s and 2s with Vicious.
3s and 2s with Vicious, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll do 10 wounds.
Yeah.
That's fine then. This is only the bottom of turn 3. What the hell?
I know.
Yeah,
When you take 30-minute turn, 30-minute turns.
They're both now in the bottom half of their clocks.
The clock time could turn into a real issue.
Yeah.
Later in this game for either of them.
But I mean, at the rate they're going, they're not going to have units after another 2 turns.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Turn
There's
speed
about
up.
to be a lot of dead stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
So the Unicorn is what? 3s and 3s on the Nightmares?
3 attacks, 3s and 3s.
With Blade of Slashing? Yeah.
With Blade of Slashing. It's a very high chance to do at least 1 damage.
Yeah. That'll put 1 through.
Right.
Nightmares are defense 5, so yeah, 3s and 3s.
Yeah, I know without Blade of Slashing, I do this enough. It's like 80+% to do at least 1 damage, and that's without the Blade of Slashing.
I love that the unicorn has the keyword majestic.
One day. One day.
Mm-hmm.
How many other units in this game have the keyword majestic? I wonder.
think the Phoenix does.
Phoenix, yeah.
Someone had the majestic keyword spelled wrong in the book. I remember that. They spelled it with a G.
What's majestic? I don't understand.
Yeah, someone's majestic. I forget who.
There's a couple of units that have a keyword that are unique to themselves. Like the Cronius from Forces of the Abyss keyword is Enigma. All right then.
Okay, yep. Vial of Sacred Water only gets 1, but now's the time for it.
Mm-hmm. Just trading 1-use abilities back and forth here.
Yep. Drink up, boys. You might not get another turn.
I mean, there's no reason not to use it now.
Right.
So Cloak of Death then? Or...
Yeah. He added 1 damage to everything.
Yeah, so he clicked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Radiance counted it all last turn.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Well, we should be ready to go on to shooting. I think he's moved everything.
He has. So I'm wondering if he's just deciding who to shoot or who to heal.
Yeah.
Who to heal is a pretty big decision right now.
I almost think it has to be the Redemption Knights.
Yeah.
Well, just take the last 2 off?
I kind of agree with that because if the Forsaken get that kill, there's not really a threat to them.
Right. Other than just, and they'll be in the woods, so the Shredder's rating at 1/6.
No, the Shredders are going to kill the other Heart Piercers.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they roll like first turn. Oh, looks like he is healing them. Oh, he's Bane chanting the Forsaken.
Yeah, from the Druid.
Sure.
I don't think he needs it, but sure.
No, because the Beast of Nature is going to do all the damage.
Yeah, okay. Heal 6 on the Redemption.
That's the right move.
Yeah, they did only regen 1.
1 back.
Right, and they need all they can get to try to survive this.
Yeah.
He heals them for 4.
All right.
Yeah, to try to survive the chariot charge. And then shooting
4 hits, just 2 wounds, I think, right?
Defense 4?
Or is Brood Mother 4 or 5? Brood Mother is 5. Okay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And a 6 rolled will not do anything. So on into combats then.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Order of Redemption, countercharging the Tangle.
Yeah, that
This takes away a rally point as well, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I think
Only
this
10 hits?
only rally on the shock troops, right?
Yeah, losing the middle horde was a really big. Oh, okay.
All right, so Tango's dead. That's a huge elite roll, though.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, as he
Sidestep.
measured, he gets that 1 inch sidestep.
Yeah.
And I think
they the tunnel runners are hindered.
I think any sidestep or staying where he was would have hit.
Wow.
Ooh,
Oh
5
no,
5
Beast.
wounds.
5 wounds.
that's not.
Wow.
So these are going to be 4s and 2s since they're being enchanted. 7.
Yeah,
So
7
7.
more.
That's still dead.
19
Still
should
19.
be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should
because
be.
they're base
We need-
now, right?
I don't see anything
Yeah.
rallying them.
Oh, that's only 3.
I think
Is it
it's
20?
still,
Does the 22 kill him though?
no, that's going to be wavered if they're base.
No, it's their 2022 or their 2022 base, unless the Broodmother or Mother Cries have rallied.
Oh, wait, yeah,
I think
no.
they're dead.
Yep, they're dead.
Yeah, they're still dead.
Oh wow. Okay, I thought one of those units had rallied. Never mind.
Yeah, he just rerolled them.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. That was close.
Yeah. Yeah. Really.
Though he did also take out the Fury Aura.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
Yeah,
even like a
Hindered was-
waiver
wavered was big.
and those Forsaken are still safe. Um,
All right. Over
Come on,
here,
Unicorn.
Let's see if the unicorn can take out the nightmares with 14 wounds.
with 14 wounds already. Got a very high chance of pulling this off.
They are rallied though, right? So they're 15, 17.
Two
Yeah, but it
wounds,
does 2.
back to snakes. Once,
They're
twice.
dead.
Once and twice.
I believe that they're inspired because I don't think that Brute Enforcer inspires.
The Chariot inspires
that's-
from
yeah.
the formation.
Right. Because the Chariot gets
A
all
lot of
sleep.
rules.
Oh yeah, it does get inspiring.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
Iron
wild.
Resolve. Well, they get
Okay.
Radiant's Life.
Beasts?
So this Beast of Nature also rolled poorly.
Yeah.
It's only 8 hits.
Need 4s again. 4.
Only 4 wounds. That's 10.
10.
It's 7.
They are still rallied.
Earth
They're
Elementals
rallied.
is brutal.
Earth
They are.
Elementals are brutal.
So 6 twice.
Six
Six
Yeah, they
twice.
did 6 twice.
Twice.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
9 and 8.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
That is a lot.
it's bad.
think-
It's
I
bad
think
news.
Paige gets 2 tokens over here on the right. Because I think
Yeah.
that with the sidestep, the Redemption Knights are in. There's the tokens underneath the Tunnel Runners, but I think he's
Mhm.
close enough there. And then there's one underneath.
The beast. Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
the Beast.
Or,
he
no.
can't-
He doesn't
No,
have
he's-
that one.
No.
he
No.
doesn't
He's
have that
got.
one.
He's got. Yeah. Joey's
But
still got
I
that one.
think he does get the one that's underneath the.
It'll
Tunnel
depend
Runners.
on exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the tunnel runners are only US2. You are correct.
Yeah.
All right. But Paige picked up what 3, 6, 10 unit strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lot.
A lot of rats died this turn.
Mm-hmm. All right, that'll flip it back to top of turn 4. We will see what Joey can do with what he has left. Paige ought to be popping in to chat with us about how he thinks the rest of the game is going to go. Here he comes.
All right.
Hey.
Hi, Paige.
Hello. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
So that was a big turn, huh?
Yeah, thank God I've been chanted the Forsaken. I was thinking of stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beast came up pretty light over there, huh?
Both did.
Yeah, both beasts did
Mm-hmm.
roll. No, well, I did roll a 3, and I thought it didn't kill the shock troops until we realized there was no
Rally left.
rally.
Rallying at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good thing I killed the Tangle first as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really wanted to Radiance of Life, but the whole reason why I Cook of Death is because I want to make sure I kill the Tangle.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, because you really
That's that
don't
one
want-
wound in just to make sure the tango dies, because
Sure.
that's key to me grabbing the token on the right.
Oh,
Yep.
because it's 1 unit strength, and you would have been 3 to 3.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I needed to kill to sidestep into the token's range.
Oh,
Right.
that.
Yes.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. So it looks like you're in a pretty good position now. At this point, is it just get tokens and clean up for the rest of the game?
Yeah, seems promising. Oh, looks like his yeah, seems promising. He did shoot off one of my heart piercers, so I need the other one to not die and get the center token.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's babysitting the token so that his characters can't sneak in a sneaky dash and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Although I
Yeah.
did just realize they're all in the forest, so they can only move 6.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. I only just realized, like, oh, they can move 12 and get the tokens.
Yeah. They are fast, and they do score. So yeah, he could still sneak past you if you're not careful, but yeah,
Mm.
he can't at the double this turn, so you get another chance to pick them all up before he really gets to do much of anything. We got any more questions for Paige at this point?
No.
I
Pretty
think we
much
covered
covers
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty clear what the table state is at the moment. So yeah. All right, thanks, Paige. We'll see you back here at the end of the game.
Good luck,
All
man.
Right.
Thank you.
Take care, mate.
All right. This is kind of a sneaky play Joey's going for with the spewer.
Now, how much wider are the Earth Elementals? Where if they just 90 pivot, are they not going to be able to walk in?
I don't think so. I think he has to pivot more than 90,
Yeah,
and
I
then he
think
only
you're
has
right.
for 4.
Yeah, they're checking. It was close, but he's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still got the tunnel runners with sharpness over here on the bottom right, but they're kind of looking straight at fresh Order of Redemption Knights.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No Bane Chant.
They
Yeah.
could charge the lady, I guess, if they really wanted to.
I don't think they'll have the angle because they're too wide to pivot past the Redemption, I think.
It'll be close.
Yeah. I don't know if they can draw a line to the lady.
I
after they-
also don't
after they
think it's as
pivoted.
good of a charge as just charging the redemption.
Mhm.
Right.
No. Because they are going to end up hitting that terrain after they pick up in place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he can move the war chief in such a way that he can park it there so they wouldn't hit the terrain, but
Yeah, the only issue with that is the War Chief is the only thing that's going to be able to ground those. Is the Flying
Yeah.
Cat Forsaken? Is that what they are on this
Forsaken,
list?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then they just countercharge and kill the war chief.
Better, you got to keep the tunnel runners alive as long as you can at this point.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true. The other thing the war chief could do is put another damage or 2 onto the Forsaken. Or not Forsaken, Redemption.
mhm.
But Kreis is probably better for that if you're going that route.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, both the Broodmother and Kryza are looking that direction, so
right.
you could put both of them in the flank.
I think, yeah,
Yep.
grounding.
There you go. War Chief
Yeah.
to ground. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
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 I think we've already talked about that.
They might have pulled it off the table, not noticing that, but
Could be. Or if you wanted to ground the beast as well, you could charge the Brood Mother into the flank of the Redemption Knights and then put Kryza into the front of the Beast of Nature instead of double charging them.
I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if grounding the beast is all that helpful.
Is the beast gonna have angle on anything?
It
Probably
might
not.
have angle on the tunnel runners.
Well, if they kill and reform, they might be
Yeah.
able to get out.
Yeah, if
And-
they kill and reform, then probably not.
If you ground the beast, it could still charge the tunnel runners.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
it might even allow you to just back up the beast and charge the tunnel runners when it couldn't before.
Yeah, I think
Okay. Yep.
this is the right play. Get everything out of the arc.
Yep.
Give
Everything
up
out of
that
the arc.
token.
Definitely
Oh wait,
kill.
actually, if he backs up far enough, he'd still contest that token,
Sure.
just with one of them.
Yeah. I mean, all he's got to do is back Mother Kryza up an inch.
One, yeah.
An inch. Assuming he gets the kill. Which probably.
It's still
Let's see if they end up hindered.
anything
and they
like
do.
his warrior, anything like his shock troops,
Yeah.
because it's the same damage output now, right? 4s and 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's got the two flank heroes.
Yeah. And he does nick that terrain, bringing them in, but they have sharpness, so
Mm-hmm.
they will still hit on 4s. But I think they do lose a thunder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
4s and 4s.
Yep.
All right, there's Cloak of Death going off.
Yep.
Looks like over here he's left the Brute Enforcer guarding that token
Mm-hmm.
since it's out of arc of everything except the Unicorn.
So such big hills.
They are.
All
Yeah.
very big hills.
Neither Shredder can draw a line to the Earth Elementals, right?
I
No,
don't think so.
no, they're
Yeah,
gonna go after the hard
No, this
piercers.
is that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
Looks like Joey's moving on shooting, coming up empty and coming up.
All right, shredders.
Throw them in the trash.
Yeah. Go ahead and eat those dice.
Wow.
All right, moving on to close combat. There's the War Chief trying to ground the Forsaken Knights. War Chief normally hits on 3s. He's going to be hindered here. Looking for 4s. That's 3 hits,
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Yep.
Oh, that's actually in danger territory now.
9. Yeah.
Unique twice.
It does, yeah.
I don't think it's twice.
Oh. No.
They're
It's
out.
going to matter.
No.
They're
not
they are
inspired.
not.
Not inspired.
Oh,
They
that's
are
a
out of
hero
there.
moment.
They are out of there. I mean, the Beast of Nature does not inspire. Is the Green
No.
Lady very inspiring?
No. And the Redemption are out of 6 as well, right?
Yeah. They're not inspired.
Oh yeah, is the redemption out? Yeah, because she's further
Okay,
away.
yeah,
Oh,
They pick it up.
holy shit.
Huh.
MVP
Yeah, bro.
War Chief.
Yeah.
That's a massive tempo shift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. This game. This is fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Is he checking to see if he could have had them inspired?
I don't know. Yeah. They're
I mean,
It's a moot point now.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could have left the
He-
Green
he
Lady
might
back
have
a
been-
smidge.
Mm-hmm.
well, Green Lady was out by a few inches.
Sure, but she didn't need to be all the way over there.
Right.
Right. She didn't need to be exactly where she was.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Wow.
All right, tunnel runners and double flank charge from a Brood Mother and Mother Kryza on the Order of Redemption Knights.
Now everybody is hindered.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, Stranger
What?
things have happened during this game.
Exactly.
Right. This would be
So-
a pretty reasonable thing to happen.
One from
It's Kryza, right? Kryza's the one with 5 attacks.
No, Broodmother's 5 attacks. No, they're both 5 attacks.
yeah, there's
Oh,
5 attacks.
okay.
But Kryza hits on 3, so
Whoa.
she'd be looking for 4s. There's Kryza.
Whoa.
And she puts a 4 spot. Does she have
Ooh.
crushing? Yeah. Puts a 4
He's got
spot.
crushing. It's 4 wounds.
Uh-oh.
Puts him up at
Yeah.
6. A ton of runners. 24 on 4s and 4s.
Oh.
16.
8.
8.
That's it's
Yeah.
14. Yeah, they're
That'll
gone.
pick them up.
Wow.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
What is going on?
well. Okay.
All right, so it's still a game. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what? It's
Gotta protect
And-
tokens now.
10 minutes left on his clock.
This is still only the top of 4.
This is
Yeah.
this is only the top of 4. He just
And-
picked up 6 unit strength.
mhm.
Yeah.
And Joey might not have any charges on anything, except with these Earth Elementals, like the Regiment of Earth Elementals.
Yes.
He'll need to get the tunnel runners out, but he can.
Yeah, he can just sidestep them
Right.
Yeah.
because I don't know that he can turn. He'd end up too close to the Green Lady. Yeah, step to the side, 1 inch, you're out.
Yep.
Earth Elementals are still in the front, so you don't have to worry about the Beast of Nature anymore. Warlord will just go punch him to death.
Yeah.
Uh, Well, the Beast of Nature can still fly off and do something, and
Yeah. Well,
These,
it can burn that. It can sit there and burn that token.
No.
Joey doesn't move Ryza back,
Yeah.
The price is just
which he did not.
Which he did not. I guess the Earth Elemental could have walked in on it, but
right,
No.
he doesn't want
No.
Kryza to.
His,
Well, Kryza would get flanked, and also the Earth Elementals would burn the token.
Yeah, good point. All right, so that is going to bring us to the bottom of turn 4.
Okay.
Curiouser and Curiouser.
Yeah, Paige does still have the 2 flying monsters,
He does.
but I don't. With all those little unit strength 1 heroes, it's not like he's gonna burn objectives with them.
Yep.
so Joey's gonna need to pick up what? 2 to tie up now because the beast is gonna get 1 this turn.
yeah, because the beast is in the ones on the right hand side can just stay there, turn around,
And burn.
and
Yeah.
burn. Yeah, burn. Face whatever.
Yeah, over here on the left, I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can get the Earth Elementals within 3 of that token. So the best Joey can do is like punch the Brute Enforcer with the Unicorn and get the Beast of Nature in position to charge the Brute Enforcer next turn.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's
Meanwhile-
what the unicorn does.
Yeah, I don't know. Because like you have to kind of back the Earth Elemental horde up to guard that token, or the Death Engine just walks over and picks it up because it scores.
Or do you use the beast to prevent that?
Yeah, and send the Earth Elementals.
To take
Forward.
the token that they can take on
They
turn.
move forward though, they
5?
get shot.
They move forward. They maybe get shot.
Yeah, the shredders can't hit and are only
Yeah.
piercing 1.
We
Especially
talk
because-
shit, and then they're gonna walk forward and they're gonna land like 9 hits.
Yeah,
Right.
they're just gonna remove those.
With their 8 shots, they'll land 9 hits. Let's see it.
The blast. The
There's
blast.
all the blast. Yeah.
Paige could also pretty easily just put the Earth Elementals in the woods and still be threatening the token.
Sure. Yeah, next turn. Yeah, if he wants that token, he can get it next turn. It
But
might
that's
be
what the
difficult
Earth Elementals
to
are doing.
right. Like it might be difficult to do that and defend that top token as well.
I think he can if he uses the beast to defend.
If you use the beast to defend and the shredders come up empty, then yeah.
Earth Elementals in cover.
Yeah.
All right.
Did Joey forget Radiance of Life last turn? Or
Yeah, he
is
did.
Okay.
He did Cloak of Death, didn't he?
Well, the
No, Joey can do both.
Yeah, Joey
'cause
has both.
Oh, you're right. He was on 2 different characters.
The Broodmother has Radiance of Life, and Kryza has Cloak of Death.
Mhm.
Oh, he did say this is like his 8th or 9th game with Ratkin. So,
Yeah.
Right.
and they have kind of a lot of special rules on things.
Yes.
It's a kitchen sink army.
Mhm.
So it looks like Paige is keeping Naiads and Earth Elementals within 3 of objectives.
Yeah, the Naiads up
Yeah.
here in the center are definitely within 3 of that one. And the Earth Elementals there are just barely within 3 of the other. That's correct.
Looks
What's the charge on the is it charge 12 on the Death Engine?
Is it wild charge at all? Is it got anything special?
Mm,
I think the combat one has wild charge.
this one does not. It's just speed 6.
Okay.
okay. So he's out of range at the moment.
Yeah, I was thinking like it's
Mhm.
Yeah, it could kill the druid, and then it would need a huge overrun.
yeah.
It would need like a 5-inch overrun.
Right.
Considering that Druid's probably not going to be there.
Right. The druid should move.
Yeah. All right. Now the beast is covering this one.
Yep.
On the left side.
And
Yeah, and there go the earth elementals running into the woods.
oh, but he only moved him 3.4.
He has to move the unicorn first.
Well, right. He has
Yeah.
to move the unicorn first. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just move the unicorn and lightning bolt the brute enforcer. You don't have to charge him and give him a counter charge.
Yeah.
And also, how tough are shredders?
8-10, I think.
Yeah.
Can you just lightning bolt
very.
the shredder? Why not?
I mean, at this point, yeah.
Take out half of his shooting on with a little bit of luck.
Sure.
Or charge a brute enforcer. Whatever works.
Or charge it.
That works too.
Yeah, it locks him in, right? This way the Brute Enforcer can't just dance past the Earth Elementals to try and get to that token.
And
I mean, it's nimble. It can disengage and turn and try.
Yeah,
try
it could nimble around and punch the Earth Elementals.
still has to deal with the woods.
Yeah. So yeah, so it'd be 3 attacks on 4s and 4s. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've only got 7 wounds, so you do 1, but then
8 with Brutal puts him to 9 twice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazier
Yeah,
things have
inspire.
happened.
Yeah,
During this game.
during this game. Yep.
All right, so Paige has moved the Earth Elementals into the woods, sent the Unicorn, and Brute Enforcer, and flown the Beast over to cover this token. Because Paige only has 2 single unit strength units left on that side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Over here on the other side, he's just sort of moved the Green Lady back and turned the Beast of Nature, but left the Heart Piercers and the Earth Elemental Regiment within 3 inches of the tokens.
Joey's going to have to aggressively start scoring over the next 2 to stay in this, because it's going to be difficult with the roadblocks that Paige is setting up.
Yeah.
Paige is going to take the one that's under the right hand Beast of Nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
2
know.
flyers this late in raise is a big deal.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
is.
Yeah, because as soon as he moves the tunnel runners, if he doesn't, move Mother Kryza or the Brood Mother over to cover that one, then the beast just walks over and picks it up next turn too.
Mm-hmm.
And since the tunnel runners are only unit strength 2, they can't snipe that token out from the Earth Elementals.
Oh, is there still one underneath the tunnel runners there? I thought the Knights burned that one.
I
Yeah.
thought he
Yeah, the
had
Knights
as well, but
I
it
don't
is
know that
still
they
on
did.
the table.
Oh, weird. I thought that one was already burned because it should have been, right?
And
Oh,
Paige
They
talked
sidestepped?
about burning it.
Yeah.
All right, maybe he's sending the Earth Elementals in after all.
When we had him here, he talked about burning it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is on the table still.
Maybe it's just because the unit's been on top. They haven't been able to interact with it.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think this does a better job slowing down the tunnel runners getting to that objective.
Yeah.
Because where he was before, the tunnel runners just charge in, kill the Earth Elementals, and take it.
Yeah. Missing that 1-inch backup after that kill was a big deal here with that beast getting that token for free now.
Yeah. All right. He turns the Heart Piercers to be able to shoot at the Spewer.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up on 15 minutes remaining on Paige's clock.
And he runs the Druid away.
He runs the Druid away. Hide behind that hill.
Hiding behind the hill doesn't do him any good.
No, is it hide 4?
The Spewer's
Spewer?
hide 5.
Is it? Oh, it is. It's tall. It's a tall boy.
Okay, some good hard piercing.
It's what, like dash 18, dash 16?
Yeah, he's not killing it, but he did 4 damage.
Is dash 16. Yeah. And there's heal. And 6, 9, 12. Yeah, Druid doesn't really have anything to do. Nerve check. That's a 3. On the Spewer.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Unicorn does 2 to the Brute Enforcer.
It's a waiver, isn't it?
A 10. That's a 12.
There's dash
12.
13. I think.
No, aren't they 11,
No,
13?
no. They're 11, 13.
He
Yeah.
wavered it.
Well,
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
this unicorn's been just destroying everything.
2 bones. It's
Yeah,
up to
2.
5 on Kryza.
5, yeah.
That's Brood Mother at 3.
Oh, it's the Brood Mother, not Kryza. Yeah.
Yeah. Still 12, 14.
Yeah.
That's a total
Even with
of
Brutal, it's
8.
only 9.
Yep.
Yep.
Whew.
All right.
All right. We're on to turn 5. What is going on?
That's
Okay.
the top of turn 5. Yep.
Well, he can no longer do anything to hold out the left-hand token.
Right.
Nope.
No.
That one
So
is.
that will bring us to the top of Joey's 5, and he has less than 10 minutes remaining on his clock.
Yeah, that was a massive waiver.
Yeah.
There's no way that move doesn't take him within an inch of the
Yeah,
Earth
I
Elemental.
think he's still within an inch.
And didn't get up within 3 inches of the token, so kind of doesn't matter.
Right. No, you just blast the Earth Elementals with them. I guess
He just got all of his unit strength boxed in there. Like, he can't get anything out.
He really did.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a lot of time to think about it either.
Don't think that's how the double charge works, but okay.
I like it. Yep. Block your flanks.
Mm-hmm.
So Broodmother countercharges the Earth Elemental Regiment.
Mm-hmm.
Tunnel runners go in.
And then Kryza sits there and throws out a Cloak of Death
Mm-hmm.
and helps protect the tunnel runners.
No. Should do Cloak of Death or Radiant? Oh, that's right. He's got both.
He's got both right next to
He's
him.
got both.
Got
He
one
got
of
both
each.
kinds. Country and Western.
That's what they should give the Green Lady. She just gets to do both every turn.
That's right. The special rule is just called Why Not Both?
Okay, where's this?
So, the only path to victory right now is shooting off the Earth Elementals, right? There's not enough time to get the tokens.
Yeah.
If he gets that left one, right?
Yeah, if he can get two and control the middle. Oh, then it's still only a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a draw. Then
Yeah.
it goes to attrition, right? Is that how
No. These
I
keep
think it
going.
goes to turn 8.
No, they get another turn. And if it gets to the point where no one has an advantage and they're out of scoring units, then it goes to attrition, I think.
I like the idea of everything being dead on the table except for individuals.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we'll call it.
Like there's like a Brood Enforcer or like Mother Cries is standing in the very middle of the table and that's all that's left.
Nope, because she scores. It would have to be either the Warlord
Right.
or the Unicorn.
Right.
Or the Artillery, I guess. But it would be the Warlord and the Unicorn as the two models left standing.
So 3 wounds.
Better put 3 wounds.
It's from the Spear.
Yeah.
And that was from the Shredders.
Aha. Okay. Last 2. No, 3. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
6 wounds.
Ooh, 6 from the Spewer.
Uninspired.
Up to 8.
8 uninspired, and he got a Shattering on there.
Yeah.
9 uninspired. Yeah, shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Beast is 15, 17, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Drain life.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so
got to
this
be
is
No, that's the other war engine shooting at the.
Oh, no, it was Lightning
Crackers
Bolt
and
from
Wheels.
Kryza, right?
Yeah, it's
no?
Mother Cries' Lightning
Yep.
Bolt. Shooting
Mhm.
something.
No,
Oh,
they won't
shooting
do it.
Heart Piercers, but they had cover.
Yeah.
And here
That
he
was
was
nerf
Shattering. He was one
that
short
was-
of getting the Beast.
And here's combat.
War Chief did 1 to the. Oh,
That
nope.
was the
Never
Brood
mind.
Mother.
Brood Mother, yeah.
13.
And here's the Tunnel Runners.
Oof.
Only do 4. That's only 5 wounds.
4 or?
They're what? Dash
Oh, they were
14.
hindered.
Dash 15.
Dash 15.
Dash
Yes, I got
15.
that.
Yep, that hurts.
Okay, never mind.
I think that's
It's pretty big.
Yep.
that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Four minutes left on the clock.
Okay, and this is the war chief punching the beast of nature.
Yep.
And not doing enough to ground him, but that's all.
He also forgot that he was vicious, but Joey's rushing, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's only 4 minutes on the clock, and that'll bring us to the bottom of turn 5.
Can the beast just flank these guys anyway? Bet it can.
Disengage.
Well, it's been punched, so now it can't fly, and it also loses nimble, so it's got to be able to
Hit
draw a line.
once and still hit that inch in the back. Possible.
The angle might be difficult now that it lost
Yeah.
nimble.
Yeah, it's got to clear Kryza and touch them with only one pivot.
It's going to be close, but it might work.
You got to get the green lady out of the way. You got to disengage and withdraw an inch sideways, and then see if you can turn and draw the angle.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just slide the earth elementals in front of the tunnel runners with sharpness and charge the brood mother and don't worry about it.
Yeah, but that doesn't
just
kill the
keep it all
tunnel
bottled
runners.
up. It doesn't, but it keeps them bottled up too far away to be able to get to a token.
Another turn. Because even on 7, it becomes difficult.
Oh, I see. So it looks like he positioned the green lady so that when he countercharged the
That's a really good play.
tunnel runners, everybody was still in his front. He was still blocking the individual.
And there was the green lady's Cloak of Death.
We're just not going to measure it.
He took the charge?
He's like, I'll just go on the flank.
It's something you should measure.
Yeah.
Well, hold up. Did the war chief actually do a wound to it though?
Yeah.
Did he do one?
One.
I did have 2 already. I'm not sure. All right, so there's the beast going in against the death engine. And we're expecting these earth elementals to go into this wavered boot enforcer.
Yep.
Put them within 3 of that token.
Be anywhere.
Yep. They are in the front.
Right. Yeah, the encourager's is going to go. Was it really close enough? Okay.
No, I wouldn't have had line of sight because it can't put its arc into the forest to gain it, right? If it starts its turn not in the forest, it can't individual pivot in the forest.
If its leader point doesn't start in the forest, it can't pivot. Or is it if it's not at all in the forest, it can't do that pivot? I don't remember.
Pretty sure it's leader point, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're not allowed to pivot into terrain to gain a charge that you didn't have before.
Right.
With individuals. I think is how that's supposed to work.
I don't know.
I think you can still pivot to bring a charge that was just out of range into range.
That one
but you're not allowed to. Yeah, but you're not allowed to pivot to gain line of sight to something that terrain blocked line of sight to. I think. Could be wrong. So we're going to say we don't think so to that?
I found it. An individual that does not start the turn in difficult terrain is how it's worded. May not pivot into the difficult terrain. But the question is, can he because he was already in the woods?
Okay. So specifically it says if you were not already in difficult terrain?
An individual that does not start the turn in difficult terrain or on a hill that would otherwise block line of sight may not pivot into the difficult terrain or hill to see through it in order to declare a charge.
Was any portion of it touching when it was fully engaged?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, because that's the question is, did it start the turn in the difficult terrain?
I think it did. It still feels weird that, like...
So it's there to prevent you not being in the woods at all,
Hmm.
and then pivoting into the woods to charge.
Yeah.
Okay, he's saying it was not before the withdrawal.
Okay. It says starts the turn. So I would say that would be before the withdraw.
Wasn't it in the woods right there? Isn't like a portion of it touching?
Yeah, but Paige is saying that it isn't.
They're
So-
saying it's not. So he's willing to call it not in the terrain.
Okay.
And sure, it can just run over there. Kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah. At this point,
Yeah.
it's
No.
Well, I guess he's trying to get inspiring over there to keep the beast alive, but it doesn't need to get it that close to keep the beast
Also-
inspired.
It can just be there. It's a unicorn.
Yeah.
It can be
Right.
wherever it wants to be.
Right.
exactly.
And whether the Earth Elementals killed the Brute Enforcer or not, they've got that token.
Right.
Yeah, so that's going to give Paige all the points he needs. Because
The-
Joey hasn't burned any yet.
I think kind of the concern for Paige is the unicorn doesn't make the difference, but he's probably not killing that death engine.
Right.
So there's a good chance of Joey getting that one on the left.
Yeah, which is probably why he wants to put the unicorn there. 'Cause
He
it-
wants the extra couple damage.
yeah, keeps you off of it
Oh.
for another turn.
It's,
Sure.
yeah.
I mean, sure, you can. You don't need that point. You just have to win by one, and currently it's going to be 3-0,
Right.
or maybe 3-1. But I guess that way, like
It stops him from
the-
disengaging and backing up.
and
I
just backing
guess.
up onto it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like since it's only turn 5, I would rather see Paige move 5 inches, pivot, and shoot at something if there's any target.
Just
at
an
all.
individual.
Yeah.
Never shoot
Yeah.
him.
You can shoot Mother Kryza.
Oh,
Yeah.
4
I don't
wounds
think he'd
off
have range.
Earth Elementals is
Oh man,
rough.
and this is what probably
Yeah.
Bane chant. Yep, that was Bane chant on the Earth Elemental Regiment.
Mm-hmm. But these
And go into combat. There's the Earth Elemental Horde.
doing 7 puts him at 9. Brutal makes 10. 14 is dead.
Okay. And that clears that side of the table of Joey's units.
Yep.
Here's the beast on the death engine. 7
Oh.
hits.
So the beast
Okay.
can get to the front.
7 wounds.
6 wounds? 7?
7.
6 wounds,
7. No,
7
defense
wounds.
4 on that guy.
And a 5.
It
We'll
lives.
get it. It's dash 14,
Oh, dash 14.
It's only
Sure.
dash
think so.
14.
isn't it?
I thought we said 16.
Oh, it is dash 16. You're right.
Okay, there you go. So the
Fine,
unicorn
resolve.
very possibly could have made the difference.
Thinking of a tangle. All right, then over here. Earth Elemental Regiment in the front.
Only does 2.
And then there's the beast in the flank.
The beast does 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah. 3 vicious, all convert. And a 10 and an 8 rolled.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll pick up the tunnel runners.
Yeah. This is not where I thought this game was going.
That middle charge. That middle charge really did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, but can we talk about how bad the beasts of nature were at hitting last turn?
Yeah, in the
2 turns
flanks.
ago or
Yeah.
whatever it was,
And
Yeah.
2 turns ago.
when they were getting like
Yeah.
7 hits on flanks. It's like, come on.
They
Yeah.
still killed those units though.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
Yeah,
good.
the desired effect.
Mhm.
It did. That's going to bring us to the top of turn 6. Joey has 3.5 minutes left on his clock, but not a whole lot of units to move, and not really any opportunities to get any scenario points.
No. And attrition doesn't matter, so it's kind of
attrition doesn't matter. Yep.
Playing
It's
for
a
pride.
single elimination. Yeah. Just going after things for spite.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to shoot you off.
All right.
Those things? How many shots they've taken? How many hits?
8 around, and they've hit what, 3 times, 4 times all game?
There was like a turn when they rolled normally and killed something, and every other turn they've just missed on all their shots.
They put like 2 on the Beast of Nature last turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, here's the death engine on the beast.
That's
Gives a 10, which would get it, but it's inspired. A 4 will do nothing. And then over here, Brood Mother into the Earth Elementals.
Nope.
Do no wounds. Mother Kryza and the War Chief into the Beast.
That's one.
Yeah, there's one.
1. Here's the Chief. Chief goes nuts again. Does 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 with Vicious.
Still only 3.
Right?
He's
Still
crushed
only 3.
1, right?
I thought he was crushed 2. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And a 6 rolled for a 12 total. Will not get that Beast of Nature. And that's pretty much going to, I think that's going to wrap up Joey's turn 6.
Yep. And then Paige will just
Passes the clock back over to Paige. Yep, Paige's bottom of 6. He's got less than 5 minutes. But he doesn't really need to do much.
No. Now the unicorn can get in.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just confirm in case there's a 7, but even at 7, it's not possible.
Yeah, Paige is now got 4 points.
Yeah.
I'd have liked to see the Heart Piercers charge the there it is. Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
Downhill rear charge. Let's go.
Yeah.
And still holding the token.
Yeah, it's 30 dice on 5s and 3s. Like, that's real damage.
That is real damage.
And they regen the only wound they had on him. And now they're hiding behind the hill, so you can't shoot at them.
Oh.
Jeez. You gonna bring the druid over there and bait chant him too? Just twist the knife.
I think you keep enchanting Earth Elementals.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because you should get the Brood Mother this time.
It's like the beast was, like Paige was thinking about countercharging the war chief.
I mean,
the beast of
just
nature.
Kill the unit strength if you want.
Well, there's unit strength, or there's just kill whoever has lower nerve. It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
The unit strength isn't winning Joey the game.
No.
Yeah, no, it's way out of position. There's heal
on the beast.
Yep. Brings it down to 3. And then another heal 2. No, there's Bane Chant, okay.
Yep.
Bane Chant on the Earth Elemental Regiment. And did he say whether he was doing Cloak of Death or Radiance of Life with the Green Lady this time?
I think he did the Radiance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
right.
I don't remember him saying it, but I think he had more damage on those units.
Earth Elementals do
Once.
3-4 more wounds.
Still does it, right? With Brutal?
4?
Brutal.
13?
13.
Unless the war... No, but nothing there rallies.
Brood Mother's 12-14.
Oh, yeah.
Brood Mother's 12-14. Okay.
Yep.
They're just great. Great little units.
So good.
The beast does not do enough.
Not kill Kryza. Come on. Start with the Heart Piercers.
You know you want to. We got less than 2 minutes, though, so whatever you're doing, do it fast.
You've got plenty of time.
I mean, he has extra clock here too, right? From when it was paused for like five plus minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Should have gone. He
And
should have
19
brought it
hits.
down by now. But 8?
Or 12, yeah. And not snakes, and not snakes. It does inspire itself, so I didn't need to go twice.
Yep.
All
Sorry,
right.
piercers.
And that will bring us to the end of turn 6. And now the roll for 7. Clock is
And
paused.
forgot.
No turn 7. That will be the game.
All right.
Crazy game. That was great.
What?
Yep. And that is going to be both players with less than 2 minutes on their clocks at the conclusion of turn 6. And that is going to be a win for Paige. A very convincing win for Paige with, 4 points to 0?
Yep. 4-0.
Yeah.
We will wait for them to come back and join us, but I think we have a pretty good handle on the story of this game. It was shooting not showing up for Joey, Paige going all in on turn 2 and getting a lucky pop on a horde, and Joey not really being able to recover.
I think missing that turn 1 charge with the nightmares was fairly impactful as well. Stripping away the night TC would have been nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That
Yep,
could have
you could.
made that whole side play completely differently in Joey's favor.
Yep. Yeah, he chose not to go in and instead just sort of stood back and shot. Yep. And he did get he did get a turn due to a snake eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Paige,
Yes.
Hello?
congrats.
Yes, buddy.
That Joey had very bad dice.
Yep, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, those shredders hit.
The shredder.
3 times.
What?
The shredders.
Yeah.
They attacked 48 times. I think they
Hit
only hit like 10.
5. That's
It was 10 total.
Was it? That was after the blasts, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was not.
Really bad.
I was not having a great luck day. I was telling Paige, it felt like he was playing with Brew of Sharpness across the board, and I was playing with -1 to hit for the entire army. And UB has done that to me multiple times, so
Yep.
that's why I normally don't play on UB anymore, because I'm like, this isn't real life. I know what real life is like. This is not it.
Yep, definitely very, very tough when the dice go against you. We were talking and we felt like, in turn 2, Paige kind of went all in all across the board. You'd worked kind of hard the turn before to give him not great charges on the right side, but he popped that kind of central shock troop horde anyway, and that kind of put you on the back foot, and you never quite recovered.
Compare it to something, it felt very Alex Chavez, where you're like, yeah, I baited you finally, because Alex is super aggressive too, and then he's just like, well, I just killed it anyway. And
Right. I just rolled out of my ass and picked up half your army. Okay, great, thanks.
yeah. But no, I think Paige is making the right plays. It's Rays you have to be super aggressive in.
Yep.
Because if you engage on my 6-inch line, then I can't win the game, period. A lot like Invade. But unlike Invade, you can kind of just, if you make it to turn 10 and you're still on your side, you can't like overrun into it. Rays is not my favorite scenario. Personally, I think it really values individual flyers or flying unit strength. The 1 unit strength with speed becomes super important. So with a list like Ratkin, which wants to bundle together because it's designed around these 12 different aura bubbles, Rays really hurts with them. But I think Paige was making all the right calls. Even if he was trading 1 for 1 instead of trading like half for 1 like he did, he was still getting the tokens. And with the way my shredders were going, he was guaranteed that center spot. There was no way I was getting that out of him.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the center was a bonus. I would think that the shredders would take out the heart piercers, but I also know that once you start whiffing, they just heal all their wounds back.
That's
So
true.
you have to take them out, or they heal all their wounds back.
Yeah, normally you should get like 3 hits every time you shoot the 2 of them. And I was getting 1 every time instead, so it was like ideally they should be doing 5 wounds to the heart piercers with shattering as a 9 twice. It's not super reliable, but if you can throw lightning bolt or the spear into them, you've got a really good shot at killing them then.
Right. And like Paige was kind of referencing, we saw one turn where they spiked really well and just killed a unit.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to do it against heart piercers, because if you're consistently doing 5 damage to them, you're
It's a regen and a
not
heal
wanna kill
too.
'em. Right.
With conjure stuff on the druid.
Yeah.
Yep.
That just doesn't kill them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game to watch. It was wild in there. There were some huge swings,
Yes.
like the Horde popping, and then the War Chief popping the Forsaken Knights by himself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We didn't even realize it died until I looked at the table and I was like, wait a minute, what inspires over here? And it was like, oh, everything's 9 inches away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
you should
The
go
four
back
of us were shouting
and watch
that.
the screen, because I was like, no, you killed it, pick it up.
They did.
It's out of
Yeah.
range.
Yeah, I assume things are inspired, like because
Yeah.
almost always they're inspired. So I just assume it's a 300-point unit. Inspiring's over there somewhere.
Well, you look over, it's like, in the Green Lady's right there. Sure, no problem.
Right.
Yeah, I
That's-
asked him like
Just
4
how
separate
it's open.
times if the Green Lady was very inspiring, and he said no every time, and I still had to assume it was.
Yeah.
Right. And the redemption were, 7 inches away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, yeah.
I moved my green lady to sort of block his characters from using their characters to get the tunnel runners a unhindered charge.
Mhm.
Right.
So-
Okay.
The tail end of the ruins. So if the green lady wasn't there, he would just walk up to block the ruins and then the tunnel runners. But the 2 flank charges did help to pop the knights anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, that seemed like a pretty big swing on that turn to pick up both the Forsaken and Redemption Knights
Yeah.
over on the right side. But the Earth Elemental Regiment was just too tough to get through, and you couldn't get any unit strength to Paige's side of the table.
Yeah, a lot of just
Yeah.
I needed a slightly high roll, and then I couldn't get it. If I got it, I felt like the game was playable. There are a few like 50-50 shots that I was taking at the end. Like if I picked up the Beast of Nature, I would have had that loot token then.
Yep.
And if there was a 7, I could have then turned around to the center and shot the Naiads, for example.
Right.
Then try to kind of just play 3-3 on a tie and win on attrition.
Sure.
I did block out the spewer from getting the loot token because the unicorn was behind. So it
Yeah.
stops you from overrunning onto the
I
race.
meant on the turn I shot it, not the turn I charged
right.
it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because I dropped 8 wound shooting, had a reasonable shot at it.
Yeah.
Uninspired. The spears also should have probably done more than the 1 wound they did, but yeah, that's what I get for relying on them. Would much rather have had claw shots this game. Is what I'm really saying.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
But the formation is really all about the spewer. The shredders
is.
Right.
just
Spewer is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it kits
Sure.
it out. Makes a nice little battle group.
The
Yeah.
steady aim is the big thing, and of course, Iron Resolve is nice and and inspiring.
Mhm.
Yeah. It works well with the nightmares because like 2 hordes and the spewer, it's all a nice little package, and because you don't have to care about the shredders, they just go off wherever.
Yep.
Right.
All right, great. Well, again, that was a really fun game to watch.
It was so weird.
It was very weird, very like kind of a lot of unpredictable things happening
Yeah.
there. So yeah, this one will be fun to go back and watch. So thanks guys for letting us watch. It was a very well played game by both of you, and congrats to Paige, who will be going on to the final against Tom Robinson next weekend, where we will see the Order of the Green Lady taking on the Brother Mark. What world are we living in
Mhm.
right now?
It's the reunion.
I guess.
They're bringing them
Yeah.
back together.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reunification.
We found out which one is the real Brotherhood, I guess. I don't
Find
know.
out.
We'll see. We'll see. So we'll see everybody next weekend for the final. Once Paige and Tom decide when they want to play, we'll let everybody know, and we'll get that scheduled. So look forward to that. That'll be a big game next weekend.
Yep.
I'd like to thank Jesse and Steve and Kyle for hanging out with me and watching the game. And I'd like to once again thank Joey and Paige for letting us look over their shoulders while they play. It was a great game. Thanks so much for that. And also thanks everybody at home for stopping by and watching some Kings of War with us.
Yep.
So till next weekend when we will bring you the final of the Quintessentially Quayle Cup, I'm your host Mike Adkins saying you stay safe out there, and we will see you next time on Dash 28 Live. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye.